but I feel like for Eugene and possibly Gilbert specifically, it's a big fucking deal.
We are live. We are live, everyone. Tweet out the stream. We are live. Go to your phones. Go to your mail.
I got it.
Go to your fucking carrier pigeons. Wrap it on his little leg. It's time.
I had
Smoke
to
signals.
apologize to my entire Twitter following because we weren't on time.
A big PP. Well, guess what? I had to make food and I had to get stuff set up. So I'm sorry that it took me a long time to make beef stew, but it's a very labor-intensive process, and I'm a chef of love. God damn it! So that's what I do. Yes.
Okay.
That was to all your Twitter followers, not to you, but specifically the people that follow you on Twitter. Also, Jake's, so my wife knows this, but Jake's name on Twitch is Ace of Jakers, and I think that's fantastic.
Pretty good.
Yes, it is. He was also our 150th follower, so I get to make him a shirt.
Well, hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to make prototypes of the 2DM1 podcast t-shirt, and I'm going to give him the prototype.
Oh, fuck yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so he'll have we'll have an official shirt. Well,
Okay.
so hopefully, eventually.
So
Also,
what was? Sorry,
What?
I was gonna ask Jask to tell us about the whole moon thing.
Please do.
Right. So I had messed up the moon phase thing a little bit, and misread it. What I'm going to do is just have it happen properly, in that it's going to be revealed in game. So
Okay.
Wah, 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 wah.
you'll learn about, because I want the player and character reactions to be there.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I was making food and I went a little bit over time. And my new stream thing was being stupid. I'm not used to this brand new stream stuff I'm using. So
It's okay. As punishment, after the session, I'm gonna pull out the guillotine again.
he's gonna beat me with wet
Jim's
noodles.
going first.
If you kill me, I will become more powerful than you can possibly ever imagine. My EP will become so large, people will know me.
Oh my god.
For eons to come.
I long for the day to be stopped on the street like, hey, aren't you Dokuro Jim? It's like, yes,
Fox.
I am.
Fox, don't you do that?
No, it'd be great because I don't know what you look like, Fox. So if you came down here and then just walked up to knew where I was going to be, if you just walked into the vape shop and you're like, hey, aren't you Dokuro Jim? You would literally you would send me to the moon. I'm serious.
As someone who knows what Fox looks like and has been approached ominously by them several occasions, usually in a dark parking lot in a Walmart, I want to be present for this.
A park darking lot.
Don't give away my secrets.
Hey, Jim,
Yes.
you gotta do 10 push-ups.
Yeah, I know. Fuck. Okay.
I do have 18k.
Sorry, Jim, you have to do 15.
God fucking damn it.
I have 5k.
I have
Be gentle on him because he's not warmed up and he's gonna pull something because he's an idiot.
I have
We
23.4k.
better fucking do this shit.
Here.
Oh,
I'll
here.
do
You know
this.
what?
I'll do
I,
that
um,
between them.
I
There we
realize I have a way to participate in the push-ups and the physical activities. I have little dumbbells for myself. Hold on, I'm gonna go get them. I'm kind of excited.
Jim, you are now at 35 push-ups.
Oh my god.
Okay, now hold on, everyone. As his co-host, I'm not making him do 35 push-ups.
11, 12.
Jim only has to do a few of those now.
I just
and then
want you to
later
know
we'll
I'm
do
at 12
more.
and I hate you guys. No, we're busting this shit out, man.
You know,
Okay.
Jess just said that he's not making you do them all at once. You can spread them out.
50, 60.
He can't hear me. His heart is pounding in his ears. Knees weak, mom's spaghetti, all that.
Delightful.
Honestly,
Well,
sounds about right.
while we wait, how is everyone?
Sleepy. What is the sleep schedule? I don't know
yeah.
what that is.
Yeah,
I feel
that. Wow.
Okay.
Excuse
No,
me.
Oh crap! I need to get my notes.
Listen, so I got COVID recently, and it's the strain of COVID that goes right through the fucking vaccination. And-
Delta.
Yeah, and I was like, when I first got diagnosed, I was like, oh, well, that's great. I'm gonna get super fucking sick and decrease the lung capacity is actually something I'm genuinely worried about because I LARP a lot and I'm already not in shape. And no, all I got was I slept for 20 hours a day for 3 days. But anybody who knows me, I don't sleep a lot. Like I get like maybe 4 hours of sleep usually on a normal day. So my body had no idea what the fuck to do with getting 20 hours of sleep. And ever since then, my sleep schedule has been insane.
Like insane? How?
Like I'll lay down, I'll sleep for 2 hours, I'll wake up, I'll be up for 4 hours, and then I'll get really, really tired. So I'll lay down and sleep for another couple hours, and I'll be up for another couple hours. Like it's been all over the place.
I got the dumbbells. Now the issue is I put them in front of my keyboard and I don't think I can reach them. So it might have been all for naught.
Beep! You have to put the guillotine down first.
No!
All right.
I need to find a mini guillotine to send to Calamity or to send to Beep. Sorry, my brain is like
Well, I
going
mean,
into both
Calamity would
modes.
probably use it too.
This
man.
stream
So-
brought to you by my
Calamity would probably
swole ass
use it too.
arms.
My boyfriend and I
mine.
were talking about Beep actually yesterday.
What?
We were talking about names and such, right?
Uh-huh.
And at one point I mentioned you by Beep, and they're like, "Is that their real name, by the way?"
Please?
And I was
Yes.
like, I fairly frequently forget that it's not. Like, genuinely forget. Every once in a while, you'll remind me of your real name, and I'll be like, "Holy fuck, your name's not actually Beep."
Oh, Jessica, that is
Beauty.
No.
that is so relatable.
It's the beauty of internet friends, though.
Yeah.
Well, so I actually have a story about that before we start.
No, somebody else had a story. Wait your turn.
What? All right. I wasn't here. Fuck. Go, whoever.
I think Fog, you were saying something, or Fox?
Oh, I was just saying that was very relatable. That I had a friend from middle school that to this day I will only recognize her name as Squishy. And if Squishy was in the chat, hello. I doubt she'll be here, but yeah, I only recognize her as Squishy, and I forget that's not her real name, and I'll just remember it, and I'll have the same reaction like you said, like holy fuck, that's right.
Yeah,
That's all I had to say.
Okay.
I still have people call me Rick Tofin, which is my first ever LARP character.
So
what were you going to say, Joe?
I was gonna say, anyway, I was gonna say, so my great grandmother, the eldest member of the skeleton army, she was asking me about this a couple of days ago,
Yeah.
and I said, oh well, we do silly voices, and I pretend to be a little dude with my friends, and like we basically make a story together. And she's like, well, what are their names? And I was like, well,
Complicated story there.
well, there's Riley, and she was like okay with Riley. She was like, Riley's cool. Riley's a nice name. And then I was like, and then there's Beep, and she was like, their name is Beep, and I was like, no, their name's not Beep, but they go by Beep. And she was like, oh, okay. So then I was like, and then there's Fox. And she was like, their name is Fox? And yet again, I had to go, no, their name is not Fox. They just go by Fox. And then she was like, oh, okay. And then I got to your fucking name, you broom handle piece of shit. I love you. I got to Jasket. And she was like, what? What? Like, I could not explain to her your name. I was like, no, Mama, okay, you know the word casket? And she was like, yeah, casket, like a coffin. Yes, okay. Take that word and replace the first word with a J. And there was a 15-second pause. Mind, this woman is 98 years old. And she goes, Jasket? Exactly like that. And I'm like, yeah, I call him Jask. And she's
Jim?
like,
Remember when you were talking to her about me drinking Gatorade? What did she call that?
oh yeah, so the stuff that's in Gatorade, electrolytes.
Yes,
I said,
it's
yeah.
great.
I said, yeah, my wife's she needs Gatorade because she's dehydrated, and she's like, oh, she needs them electric lights. Yes. So
She's adorable.
that's
I
my
love
so
that.
that's the Grim Gram. That's my
Amazing.
story. She could not
Uh,
understand your name, Jess, to save her life.
Very fair. Also, adrenaline. That is a common occurrence for me. Adrenaline said that in their group, I'm a difficult person because I have like 8 different names depending on who he's talking to. And that is very common for me. As somebody who's in a lot of roleplay communities, both online and offline, like doing D&D and LARP and online text RPs and all that stuff, there's so many people that know me by so many different fucking names. Richtofen, Zenshin, or just Zen, Kobold. Recently I started playing a character in D&D called Elias, and I also have a LARP character as a backup for Dissonance, who's going to be called Elias. I have a lot of names. Oh, and there's Jask and Idari.
Just collect them.
Yes, I collect names.
You just steal them from unsuspecting people.
Isn't
Oh,
I'm
there
a
and-
dragon whose horde is named.
And also,
The fake collecting,
Jess,
That's true.
Yeah.
also,
What's up?
so I was watching SCP videos today,
Oh, fuck.
and
yeah.
I came across one that that we need to turn into a boss battle showdown for Christmas.
I'm super here for
The
it.
the Yule
the-
Man, the
The
Yule Man.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I'm down for it. That's a super fucked up SCP, by the way.
Yes, it is. I
It's
listened
super
to
cool.
the Vogans. If you guys have
Yeah,
not
I
seen
love the Vulcan.
Yes.
if you guys have not seen the Vogans reading of the Yule Man, that's SCP 49666.
Yep.
That it's wonderful, and you should go watch it. It's creepy as fuck, but it's good. But we are 30 minutes behind, and partly that's my fault. So I'm going to do the intro now. Welcome to stream, everyone. My name is Dokuro Jim.
What the fuck?
That was me
a
yelling.
stick just shoved up your ass.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
that?
That's how I make the noises. That's how I make the noises.
I feel like is
Guys,
your
he's very
microphone
dedicated
okay?
to the craft.
I'm like a
He's so
hand
dedicated.
puppet. I'm like a hand puppet.
Jesus
Yeah, there we go.
Christ.
I'm like a muppet. Look at me. I'm a juppet. I'm a Jim
I'm
Muppet.
not
I'm a juppet.
entirely sure who made the Flemmy, Flemmy R2D2 scream, but it fucking sent me.
That's
I think
it
that was
sounded
Beep,
like
wasn't it?
beep.
I think that was Beep. That was really good.
So glad that. Thank you for that.
Welcome everyone to stream. My name is Dokuro Jim. I am here with my friends and Jask, who is the DM and also my friend. Thank you all for coming out to the stream again for HECKNA episode 9. We're almost at double digits, baby. Couple of different announcements. So freaking 150 followers. What the fuck? Where did all you come from? Where did all of you come from? Where did all of you go? So it's insane. Like, that's insane that we have, 100 people, 150 people even. It's wonderful. I'm grateful for all of you. Second thing, I'm going to make a link tree here soon. I was going to do it today, but I got caught up making beef. I'm going to do a link tree soon that's going to have all of Jask's and all of my relevant shit on it, and it'll be separated by us. So if you want to donate directly to Jask, you can. If you want to donate directly to me, you can. All of the proceeds are going to go back into the stream anyway, regardless of who you donate to. Jask's will go for whatever Jask wants. Mine will go directly into the stream. So, just so you know where your money's going. Number 2, number 3, I can count, I swear. Number 3, we're probably going to start doing another D&D campaign sometime soon. This time, DM'd by me. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble stringing together thoughts right now, but that's happening. Going to happen soon. It is going to be played in my homebrew world of Aeon Terra, which I will be releasing the lore documents for onto the Discord, mine and Jask's, if he is okay with that. And so you can read about my lore, you can read about my everything, my world. This has been my brainchild for literally 14 years. So 15 now since 2021. But that's going to happen. It's called the Elemental Evil campaign, and it's going to be fun. There's going to be some people on here that you're not used to seeing, and it'll be more D&D. So that's awesome. Other than that, I don't think I have anything. Unless anybody else has anything, we can get going.
I do. We need to mention that unfortunately, due to the timing and the fact that we didn't expect to have HECKNA this weekend, unfortunately, Lindsay, who plays Mayworth, is not with us today. So,
Thanks for mentioning that. F's in the chat for no Mayworth.
But she will be back next week.
Yes.
Can I just say, I
Or
really
other-
like
next
how that
other week.
was said, because it kind of feels like Mayworth just fucking died.
I mean, if she's not here, she kind of is.
No, she's baking cookies with Olive right now. Leave them alone.
It's okay. By the time she gets back, she won't remember any of you.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I did it again.
That actually makes me wonder, because they're not around Olive anymore, does May even remember her?
Mm.
The only person that can answer that is currently not here.
So
I think I
sad.
do remember May after like being told about Olive, writing down more about Olive because originally they only had like nonsense notes about Olive.
I think they just had her name.
Yeah,
Because there was a whole bit of her trying to figure out like what is Olive.
yeah.
Yeah. Thought it was a shopping list for a
Mhm.
singular Olive.
That's very important. Just one olive.
That's a very expensive olive.
Yeah, right. And I'm gonna abandon that thought. Anyway, we have a game, right? We're doing
God,
something.
what a
right?
mood.
We're doing something here, right? We're doing the Dungeons and Dragon, right?
No.
Oh, Jim?
Our DM just was like, "Fuck you! Hey,
What?
we get to have our mutiny now."
What?
Yeah! Guillotine!
Oh,
why
man,
are
okay,
you
before-
jimming me?
before we
Why are you
actually get
jimming me?
started-
Hold on. Why are you jimming me? What?
Somebody left chat, but I think we're good now.
No, that was me. That was me doing
Oh,
it.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of mutiny, though, there's a song called "Mutiny" by Caleb Hayes.
It's
really
good.
fucking good.
It's good.
It's really fucking good. Oh my god. And watch the video when you listen to it because it gives context to some of the lines that like completely changes what they're saying at the end. It's really good.
I had a brain fart. I was like, Caleb Hayes, Mutiny. Why does all of that sound vaguely familiar? And it was like, oh yeah, because like a week and a half ago, I watched it when it first came out. That's why.
Yeah. I just sent the link to the VC text. But yes, good song. Anyways, does somebody want to do a recap from the perspective of their character?
Please, dear God,
I
please give me a
do!
recap.
That's a joke.
too.
Yeah, I suck at recaps in general. Don't make me do this in character because it'll just be me.
Go, Splendor. Go.
Because I mostly say this for the fact that I've listened to it 3 times in this past week, and that's why I did a typed out recap. So, pardon me while I review my recap, and Splendor up here.
I did secrets. Evil smiley face.
Oh no. I mean, we expected this of you at this point. It's fine.
What do you mean?
I don't.
I'm so
Wow.
innocent. I would never.
Beep, don't lie to the people.
Don't lie.
That's
I'm
cute.
pure of heart.
Okay.
I'm a Disney princess.
You're a
Sure,
cinnamon
which
bun with
princess?
an S. It's all right.
Which princess, Beep? It's important.
Fuck. Shit.
Interesting princess.
Was that a
Just
wild
talking
chuck?
shit?
I hear Chuck talking shit.
Yeah, you're talking shit.
Do you want to
Not quiet
go?
enough.
Okay.
I have
Splendor.
dumbbells. Sorry.
Splendor time. Don't threaten people with dumbbells. Jeez. Okay. So we've got a lot going on right now. There's apparently God's sleep, whatever HECKNA happens to be. I don't know if that's for good or bad yet, but we'll find out. Met another big name that we'd been hearing around quite a bit, HECKNA. That was an impression. That was a lot. That was a real lot. For a while there, I was kind of starting to believe it, that maybe being in a place like this, or like I thought I was supposed to be here at first, because they always send me off places, and with this last incident, Father was not pleased, and I thought he might be sending me somewhere real far away, but anyway, I thought maybe here, since that wasn't the place I was supposed to be, I could maybe do something. Like, I've never really felt like this before, but just the way he spoke, Calamity, and the way she acted, and I just kind of remembered I never really have much of a choice, do I? I don't want to think like that, though. I don't want to think like that. I've got to have some kind of chance. If we don't, there's nothing else. I don't know how to make my own path here, but that's fine. That's fine. There's Eugene, there's Gilbert, there's Mayworth, Calamity, and Fogg. Everybody who can make the decisions, and even if I can't, even if it's not my place to make the choices, I can do it for them. I just gotta figure out what we're doing. What are we doing? God, the screams are getting louder by the minute. I don't know if we're gonna make it out of this.
Oh, snaps.
Love
Snaps,
it.
snaps, snaps, snaps. I love that.
And
feel like I
Splendor,
should do like a clap for that. Jeez.
Splendor, inspiration.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh. Fuck.
More questions now.
Actually, before we get started, I had briefly mentioned about the "Don't make me roll for that" token. Do we want to use that?
Refresh.
Essentially, it's a token. You can only have one of them. Even if I tried to award you it, if you haven't used your previous one, you don't get anything. You can't pass it to anyone else. It is only for you, and it is a one-time use of, if your character feasibly can do this thing, they don't need to roll for it. It means you can't fail, but you also can't succeed overly. You just succeed. Mainly, I've seen this used in other things to be like, you're in an important story beat, and it makes sense that your character would be able to do X thing to continue the story beat for them. You just don't need to roll for that one part of the story beat. Or like, if somebody's a boss fight that's important to a specific character, they don't even need to roll for the next hit that might be able to be the hit that downs that boss. They get to have that moment without the chance of failure.
Because it's not like you could misuse it. It's like to save for that clutch moment that if you fail, you like super fail and you don't want to deal with the consequences.
Yeah. Yep. You can't use it. You can't use it for things that like your character just feasibly wouldn't be able to do, or that is too far of a stretch as well.
Plus, I mean, if it turns out to be something that you want to see what happens when you fail, you don't have to use it. So
yeah, exactly. And with that, if everybody's in agreement on using that, or at least enough people are in agreement with using that, then Splendor, you also get a "Don't make me roll for that" token.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I figure if it's a thing, we're not obligated to use it, but the people who are going to use it are going to use it. I just say people who aren't going to use it is mostly because I'm going to forget to use it because I like failing too much.
I think Riley also mentioned that they already forget to use their inspiration points.
Yeah, I have no idea how many inspirations I have, and the only inspiration I have ever used in this game is the one that Eugene gave me.
You should have 4, Riley, from what I have noted down.
I am going to forget that because
Write it down, boy!
No!
Write it down!
I like failing though. It's fun.
I mean, failing
is
is fun.
Poo
Join
poo.
me in auto fails. Join me in auto fails.
Yeah,
Brandon. Take the step
I
further.
mean,
I will take this moment to remind everyone. I will always allow you to kneecap yourselves. If I call for a roll, you can say no. I'm failing.
No.
I already have a self-inflicted disadvantage on like perception checks.
Yeah.
So like even my passive perception doesn't really like my passive perception's pretty shot anyway, but
I mean, to be fair, your rolls suck anyway.
yeah. I mean, it makes sense though. All right.
I say that with all the love in my heart. Your dice hate you.
Yeah, my dice really do hate me. I'm thinking I've been sitting here kind of just like rolling them, like all of them, and they just hate me. And I'm thinking of just using the D&D Beyond like roller because that thing's actually been kind of nice to me.
In case y'all didn't see, Lindsay says that they miss us.
Oh, we miss you too.
And they're going to make a toast to us with their family.
Aw,
Ah,
so cute. Beep. No.
Okay,
No.
well, getting into the game, as I had mentioned during our little bit of a startup here, I had misread something in my haste to remind myself about it, and didn't fully read everything. So on your way to the hostile hostel, you
hostel.
notice that the Revelia starts to get painted in rays of red and orange and yellow. And looking up to the sky, you can start to see the sunrise
Oh shit.
as dusk falls on the Revelia.
it's always been actual night, hasn't it?
It's always been night. The moon has always hung high in the sky. Either in a waxing, waning, or full moon. But as it winked out, as if an eye was closing, I guess this time it just took a while for HECKNA to fall asleep enough. But the sun has started to poke through, and you can kind of see it. It looks like it's in like the midst of a constant setting sun, but it's there.
Eugene is going to grab Gilbert, like by the shoulders, and just turn him towards the sunset and point. Rather.
Gil, if you're talking, you are muted.
Sorry. I was typing really fast and I didn't want to disturb anyone.
No, you're good.
Gil is squinting at the sun. That's it.
I mean, that's what you do when you look at the sun.
And
I mean, Gil also has albinism, so the sun isn't exactly his best friend, which is ironic.
and
But yeah, he's squinting
and-
with his
and-
one eye.
Eugene says, "They said it would never come up here. They said it was night all the time. I think this is a sign."
Yes, I agree.
Stella, looking at the sun, turns and goes, "Yeah, it really only happens when he sleeps, which is rare. Once in a blue moon."
Yeah, Eugene is like turned so he's walking so he can catch the most light on him as he's walking. But I assume they're still making their way to, wherever they were.
Yep, a hostel.
Yes. And that's it.
And you said that it's like it doesn't look like it's setting. It's just stuck there.
Yeah, it looks like it's in a perpetual state of setting. Like it's just stuck hanging in the air, partially obscured by the horizon.
Okay.
But for the duration of this, the Revelia currently is in a bright light.
Ooh.
Splendor kind of turns and pauses to squint at the sun as they're all looking, because she was still kind of trailing along in the back since she's she's had her pride stung. She also had some bad carnival food. She's not having a good time. She glances at the sun and over to Gilbert and Eugene, whispering to each other. Although, if Eugene even bothers to look in her direction, she's going to squint at him really hard, but he's probably preoccupied anyway.
No, he is staring at the sun.
Ah, yes, just as expected. She just kind of sigh and shake her head and make her way over to Fog. Just kind of hang out next to him and cross her arms. Like, if they've stopped moving for a moment, she's going to glance to Fog and see what he's doing, like if he's looking at the sun or anything.
Fog would have taken notice of it, but he doesn't seem disinterested or interested in it. It's more like, to him, you could see, he knows what it is, so it's like he's seen it 1,000 times before, so it's nothing of interest. It's not new or old to him.
I have many questions.
Speaketh.
Oh, that's just me. Just me, because I'm curious.
Well, she's gonna study Fog then, kind of raise an eyebrow, do that little silent communication thing with Fog, and if he doesn't respond, then she's gonna kind of crane her neck around to look at Dr. Stella.
Stella's, paused to let you all take in the bit of sunlight, but it's looking like they really want to get moving again, so.
Yeah, we've all seen it 1,000 times in 1,000 different places. Can we get a move on? I'd rather not end up like those other clowns we saw. Give me just a second, because Jim ran away to stir dinner.
Male life moments. I'm sorry, I don't know what's gotten into me today.
It's fine.
I
He has
don't
chosen
know.
violence.
I
You're
really did.
You need to put down the guillotine.
No.
This is why you have two hands.
I can only hold them with both of my hands.
Yeah, she needs both hands to hold the guillotine, guys.
Yeah. It's real important.
You're
Oh,
a delight.
man.
Okay.
I
As
will
you guys.
say, sorry.
Nope. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think after Gil's eye kind of adjusts to the light, anyone who's looking towards him could see just the faint tug of a smile at the corner of his mouth, and that's it.
What? Gilbert has emotions?
He has many emotions. He's just bad at them.
I mean, that's fair.
He's just a dumbass, all right? Leave him alone. He's an emotionally stunted dumbass. That's it.
Yeah. I feel
Aren't we
that.
all?
Yeah.
Bombus too.
Actually, I was going to say, of all the people, he's probably able to relate most to Fog on that, I would think.
Yeah.
So, as you guys are just arriving at the hostile hostel, you see that Calamity is also there, being talked to by one of Arachne's people. Very clearly one of Arachne's people, wearing the leotard and having multiple arms. And it looks like they're wrapping up their conversation. The person is already like their body is turned away from Calamity. It's as if they had started to walk away and then turned back around to say something else. And you watch them pull from a pouch a vial full of just the most comically villainously green fluid you've ever seen in your life. Think cartoon villain poison, and this is what's in the vial. And it just written in very nice handwriting. It says "For Calamity," across it, and they pass it over to Calamity. And then you just watch them leap into the air, do like a flip, spin, and then just land on a building, or not a building, but a tent, and then jump again, and just they're gone.
Yeah, Calamity gives like, a big like send off at the end of the episode wave. Like they've had this whole side adventure, whoever this is. Like whenever you like leave like one of the side characters off at shore while you go on like a sea adventure, and like that one's just waving like stupid.
Yes, Steven.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what Calamity's doing up until it seems like they're far enough away that like, the bit's done. She doesn't need to do it anymore. She's very quickly pocketing that and then looking around.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I glean anything else from this interaction aside from the obvious, from where we're at? Like,
you can either make me a perception or an insight.
How far away were we when we saw?
You were just rounding the corner, and you were not far away. You are close enough that there is no way that interaction could have been hidden from you.
Okay.
I'm gonna do insight because I think visually I've perceived about as much as I can. So for my insight, that is a 19.
A 19. So with a 19, during their last little bit of conversation, when he was handing the vial over, you watched him make a gesture like drinking, and then pointing to them, and when they gave it to Calamity, as if to say it's for you to drink. Though you didn't quite pick up like any other context.
And of course, the vial's already like out of sight by the time we get up there anyway.
Yes.
Hammer spaced.
It's hammer time.
Yeah, since it was brought up again, I am going to remind anyone watching that Calamity doesn't have pockets. They have hammer space. They literally use the thing that cartoons have, where like things just kind of appear out of their like non-existence.
Important. Do I see the group?
Yes, you do see the group coming up on you.
She stopped the stupid wave, she sees them, and then she picks it back the fuck up again. She's nothing if not predictable.
Hi! I'd seen Calamity Fog would run up to her.
Oh, hey there, big guy. Did you guys have fun?
Splendor kind of stumbles a little bit as Fog just rushes past
Yeah,
and
I
she
was
waves
about
to
to
Calamity.
I was about to ask, who does Fog knock over when he just bulldozes through everyone?
Fog is a big enough creature, but like spindly enough that I like to imagine they could just like kind of like step over certain people by just like arching enough,
Horrible.
and then the rest they can leap over.
It's
Yes.
so creepy.
Thank you.
He's like got her hands on her hips. Like a very, like, it's, she's playing the bitch. She's got her hand on her hip. She's, like, tilted to the side of it. It's kind of like a Sonic pose. Just a little bit.
And you can see Stella, like, Dr. Stella, as the group is approaching, brows furrowed, look of utter concern on their face as they glance between your eyes, Calamity, like, looking you in the eyes, and then looking where you hammer spaced away the vial.
Oh, okay. However, actually, Calamity programming, even if it's a bit wonky right now, thanks, Eugene. It's, priority is her rubes, so she's checking on them first. I don't know if she notices Stella yet, for better or worse.
Okay.
Was everything good? Did you guys have fun? How much trouble did you cause? Be honest now.
Define fun.
Well, we
The
did.
answer's yes, but like
We had a great time.
ooh.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Right.
Oh, hi. She sort of looks at Stella. Finally.
Stella gives one more glance between Calamity's eyes and like where they put the vial, and then like arches a single eyebrow, and then masks that away and goes, "Hi, it's good to see you again."
Yeah. Did you? Oh, did you? I know they can be a bit of a handful. Were they a bit of a handful?
No, they've been good so far.
Oh, hey! Look at that. Must have not met any Vogues.
Splendor makes a face.
No,
She
we've
doesn't
only
fit
seen
with
a few
us.
other clowns in our way, and they were preoccupied with themselves.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
We were on our way somewhere important, so if you don't mind following with us. Oh,
Yeah, sure.
I'm sorry, your map did not
Map.
make it. Map did, yeah.
Yeah, no, we shot it.
Splendor just points at the imp.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, what did you do?
The
She
imp,
looks at
like,
Well,
you can see the imp still has like a tiny little shred of paper sticking from his mouth, and
Oh,
like
that's fun. I wonder if I.
greedily shoves it in.
Hey, no! I want that as a pin. She's like
It
trying to
hisses,
like.
and it's like covering his mouth, like trying to make it so you can't get in there.
Oh, you are getting replaced, you motherfucker. And there's like
Fog is
comedic
gonna
rattling.
as best as Fog can. Fog is gonna look very smug at that end.
After comedic bit, I imagine she's walking as she's doing this like play wrestling with the imp.
Yeah.
It's all for show, really. So she's following, but she's doing this weird slapstick bit in the background. Don't pay attention to it too hard. It's confusing.
If somebody can animate, I want that animated. Us walking while Calamity plays like rock, paper, scissors and like whack-a-mole with her imp. I want that shit. Thank you.
There is really quick sidetrack. There is a person that does animate D&D groups, and I've been thinking about getting that for us at some point.
That's
that'd be
a
really
big
rad.
PP decision right there, sir.
Yeah, it'd be really expensive, and I have other things I have to pay for first. But it is something I'm going to look at doing down the line.
Yeah.
But anyways, as you enter into the hostel, you watch as Stella just pulls out 2 tickets, throws it to Ramona, and doesn't even stop as they go upstairs.
Jeez.
Doesn't even get the key to the room. Doesn't even say what room. Just throws tickets to Ramona and keeps walking.
Does she just keep the key and pay when she wants? Like, Splender's gonna pause and kind of give a look between Ramona and Stella, but she's gonna try to keep up.
how many tickets did
2.
she give her? 2?
Yep.
Wasn't that our discounted price as well?
Yeah.
That's the
Whenever we-
discounted price for the Sweet Suite. The Sweet Suite's the most expensive room.
And the Sweet Suite was
okay.
also it was taken last time we tried to get it, was it
Yeah,
not?
we haven't figured out who was staying there yet.
Nope. But even Ramona looks confused, by the way. She has tickets in her hand, and she's looking like between Stella, who's already heading upstairs, and the box of keys. And then she picks the box of keys up and sets it on the counter and seems to be waiting for Stella to come back down, but she doesn't.
Calamity's still going up the stairs with the bit.
Yep.
Whether it is because she's purposefully following Stella, or if she's just so subsumed by the bit that she doesn't really know what's going on, who knows?
So, Miss Stella, I have a question.
Yep. What?
Where are we going?
The boring room. Come on.
The
Oh, okay.
okay.
Cool. Sounds great.
And as you guys get up to the top of the staircase, you see that Stella is in front of the boring room door, and in her hand is a key that is not the key for the boring room. It's very, it's decorated in a very, cheese golden yellow.
Jeez.
And you can see that, there's holes decorated into it as if it was, Swiss cheese.
Tasty.
And then, the what do they call the teeth of the key? Even that part is so large that there's no way it would fit into the lock hole for the boring room.
So what's with the cheese?
Well, like I had mentioned, I found a key that's going to allow us to explore part of the funhouse.
Uh-huh.
And it can only work on a locked door, but there's not many of those in the Revelia.
I see.
So, and she sticks it into the lock, and you watch as it shrinks and adjusts.
Are we going into the funhouse now then?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Any idea what we might expect in there?
No idea. That's why I'm asking you to come with me.
Oh,
Brilliant.
would Calamity know?
No, Calamity's
No.
actually, aside from the one time you've been pulled into the funhouse with everyone during the Pinky fight, you actually have never been in the funhouse proper.
It's okay. She's too busy fighting her imp, anyways.
Well, not that I, think that we shouldn't, but some of us are a little bit banged up.
We had our 5 minutes, Eugene. We don't have another 5 minutes. If we
I mean,
have to go,
that's
then let's
true.
go.
I guess. I'm just saying, I don't want, something to happen.
Something's always going to happen, whether you stand around and talk about it or not. Are you ready? Let's go.
It wouldn't
I'm
be
fully loaded, so I think between all of us, if we run into any danger, unless it's HECKNA himself, who's currently asleep, we should be fine.
if you say so.
And Arachne's busy anyway, so he isn't going to be there.
I'm just
The
saying.
only other one I'd be worried about is my sister, but she's probably busy.
Probably.
Eugene kind of smiles and he looks at Calamity. He's like, "I'm just saying, I don't think it would be Gouda, because the cheese key, because
Splendor
that's a cheese."
blinks, and then her eyes squint. Her mouth twitches. Like you could tell she was going to smile, but she made a point to try not to.
Because it's a cheese. It's a cheese. It's a key that looks like cheese.
Eugene, are you feeling okay? Did you get banged up?
You can see that Stella is like rubbing her forehead with this big old smile on her face, and she goes, "Eugene, that was a swing and a Swiss."
It's called a coping mechanism.
Oh, no.
I'll show you a
Calamity's
swing.
sent at this point. She's thrilled.
Now let's skip all the pleasantries and go fight whatever monsters behind the door. Okay.
You mean puns and trees?
You have to stop.
I like to imagine that was actually Gil.
Why? I'm on a real string. Like the cheese. A string of puns, cheese puns.
What's funny is that was actually Gil, but I also said that is me.
No.
But I also love puns. Me as a player loves puns. Gil hates them, but secretly likes them, and he's trying very hard not to giggle. Some amazing puns, by the way.
And Stella opens the door to the Funhouse's cheese room. And stepping into this room, you step into a four-walled room covered in yellow porous substance that smells sharp and sour. Hanging between the yellow rafters is a fabric banner that reads, "Imagine being so rich and powerful, you can have a whole room dedicated to cheese." This room, all the furniture is what you would imagine in a large pantry room. So, like, lots of shelving and, like, boxes and stuff. But literally everything is made out of cheese. You can see, like, display shelves that have, like, wax-covered cheese wheels. And even the display shelves. Completely made of cheese. The walls, the floor, the ceiling, everything is made of cheese. And then the only things that aren't, that don't appear to be made of cheese, are the, multitude of items on the shelves that are like, you can see a lot of drinks, like bottled beverages from Felix's elixirs. You can see a few things from like Bab's meadery, just openly sitting in open air. Probably not going to last much longer.
That doesn't look suspicious at all.
Yeah, it is definitely a pantry room where they keep a lot of the stuff here.
Does it look like it's locked behind anything, or it's just sitting there?
Everything's just kind of sitting out in the open.
Do you think it's a bad idea for me to try to grab one of those fireball whiskeys?
Well, I mean, if this is a pantry for the rich and famous, and they have enough to make a room made out of cheese, I wouldn't think they'd leave things unguarded. She kind of looks at Stella for confirmation.
Good point.
Stella thinks for a moment as You can see that she's kind of like bouncing on her feet, testing the floor without like
Yeah.
just bending down. And then goes, well, so if this is in the fun house, which means it's already by itself guarded, simply because of its location. I'd imagine go nuts. Just, it's a Revelia, so.
Which ones are there?
If it's so specifically for Felix's elixirs,
yes.
If it is a drink that he carries, it's here.
So the fireball ones are there?
Yeah, because Felix's elixirs is HECKNA's favorite place.
Okay.
Yeah, I will say if the party isn't taking, like any ones that the party isn't taking, Calamity is a very shitty, jealous cat. And she is knocking things down to the bottom, which does nothing because the floor is cheese, right?
How many?
Like her heels are sinking in, but it's the intention.
So what were the ones, Jask, from there? There was fireball, cone of cold.
There was, I was gonna say there's a cold one.
Oh no.
No.
My book one's bookmarks just recently all got deleted somehow.
No.
So like I was like, oh, it's just book one. We were already pretty much past that. I don't need to like have those bookmarks anymore. It'll be fine. I don't need to fix that.
We have a discount at his place.
Yeah. Give me just a sec. It's taking forever to load anything as well.
Is there enough for me to refill my flask with Fireball whiskey?
I mean, how many drinks from it have you taken?
I have
you
one
filled
and
it
gave
up
away one,
already.
right?
It was I had I think 5 shots in total that I could fill the flask with.
Yes.
And I drank one, never actually used it, and then I left one at the
Yeah, so you can find 2 more shots worth like for sure.
okay, yeah.
So
I
you
will
have
refill.
you can see that there's cream soda, which are healing potions, cotton candy cocktails, fireball shots, snow cones, which are getting melty. They must
Wait, they
recently
have-
restocked.
They have snow cones just sitting in the pantry.
Yes. Moonshine, beer, Bloody Marys, and you can see that there's sitting on a shelf like that appears to be just dedicated to this. You can see that there's 3 large boots, like glass boots. No, sorry, clown boots. It's just straight up clown boots, with swirly straws in them.
Have we seen? No, that was the boot of HECKNA. Do they have stuff in them, or is it just the glass?
They do have stuff in them.
Oh, Splender's gonna look at one of those.
Okay, how many cream soda potions are there, Jask?
There's 3.
I'm taking all of those.
Okay. Those are... So each one will heal a d4 plus 1. Looking at the boots of HECKNA, like as you glance into them to like look at the liquid inside, you can see each liquid is a very, very different color, and one of them has even a different consistency than the normal watery liquid. It's almost more kind of sludgy.
Ooh. Splender's gonna like double fist them and take a look, hold them up, swish them around, sniff the tops. Do I get any particular recognition with it? Because I assume they're a weird slurry of things. Like, does one of them smell even vaguely familiar to the stuff that she's had before?
Yeah, so there's a familiar smell to it in general. But if you're familiar with what a bar rag drink is, that's essentially what the boot of HECKNA is.
I am not, but that sounds very self-explanatory and also awful.
It's pretty much just a mix of everything available.
And Jask, one more question.
Yeah.
The fireball shots, after Gil takes 2 of them to fill up his flask, how many more is there left?
There's like a whole like half bottle. Like normally they're served in shots. This is like a whole, not like big. It's not like a fifth, but like there's still a smaller bottle that probably has another, I'd say, 6 shots left in it.
I'm taking it. I saw what it does. I'm taking it.
Okay. Well, Splender's gonna eeny meeny between the boots of HECKNA, and then she turns like she was about to offer one to Mayworth, but forgot that Mayworth ran upstairs when they got it to the hostel, and so she just kind of sighs, grabs one, and starts sipping. because she learned nothing from the Crunch a Munch.
So, you have advantage on all ability checks and saving throws for now.
Wait, so that it counteracts my poison. I'm
Yes.
regular now. Yes.
You also, by the way, just as a reminder, each one of these is worth 100 red tickets.
Nice. Okay, well, she's going to start sipping that one, and for some reason, start to feel a little bit better. And so she's like, While she's still slurping away at the one boot, she's got the other one in her hand. She's sort of patting around her waist, looking for anything to hold it in. And, is Eugene nearby?
Eugene is stuffing a big bottle of Fireball whiskey in his pack.
Cool. Well, once he turns back to the shelf, Splender's gonna like trundle over him and start fussing with like either his belt or his pack when he's not looking in her direction to try to find like a canteen or something.
How hard are you doing this?
I mean, she's pretty dexterous, so she's probably being a little light-fingered about it, but she's not gonna be like hiding if he happens to look over his shoulder and see her, because I mean, she's taller than him, isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah.
Splendor, why?
I need something to hold this in.
You could have just asked me instead of fussing with my butt pouch.
Why would I ask you when I can just grab it? I see it right in here. Yep, there it is.
Well, because you don't fuss with a man's butt. Put my water skin down.
You don't mess with a man's butt pouch.
You don't fuss with a man's butt pouch.
Not without consent. Henry would be disappointed.
It's like, look, listen, I'll give it back to you once I'm done, all right? I just need something to keep this in, and then once I use it, you can have it back later. So, there you go. So she, like, goes to pour in the other contents of the other boot into Eugene's canteen and proceed to, like, strap it to her waist.
Will you wash and sanitize it, please?
Wash and what? I'm not a priest, Eugene. Jeez. And she just turns to wander off.
Pretty standard medical practice. All right.
So,
Not a cleric.
Calamity in her warpath of gently knocking down cups. I imagine she does this for like 5 minutes before she gets bored because everybody else is actually using the things. And then she'll start looking around the room.
Hey,
is there
Jask.
an exit anywhere?
Real fast, Jask. So,
Unmuted. Okay. Yeah.
so Splendor took my water skin from me, but is it fair to say that an explorer's pack might have more than one?
Yeah, absolutely. Just as a reminder, any kind of pack that you have has a certain amount of charges instead of having specific items in it. Yep.
So I'm gonna take out the other one that I have, and go and put the other boot of HECKNA in it, because that's 100 tickets. That's probably does something nice, you know.
Yeah. And Gil, you had something you wanted to do?
Yeah. So Eugene took the, like, you said there was like a bottle of like the fireball stuff? Or am I just mishearing that?
Yes, there was a bottle, yes.
Okay. What did Eugene do with the bottle?
It's in my pack right now. I figured I'd take it and we could both use it when need be. Because he's going to share.
True.
Unless you want to hold it, Gilbert.
Well, you see Gil just kind of staring at you for a second, and he looks deep in thought.
Eugene turns. He's like, "I'm just taking this. I mean, it's free, and you know it's worth something. So, do I have something on my face?"
Gil holds out his hand like he wants to like take the bottle, like expecting Eugene to put it in his hand.
Eugene shakes your hand. Oh no! I don't know why we're doing this, but okay.
I want to clarify that Gil looks like he's grabbing the neck of a bottle, not going for a handshake.
Well, okay,
so
then
just like
Eugene's gonna do a fist bump then. It's like, hell yeah. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Can I have that firewall stuff that you took?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, sure. I mean, I was gonna share it anyway, but I figured if you want to hold it, yeah. And he's gonna pull it out and hand it to her. Hand it to him.
Gil takes it, and is there a cork on it?
Yeah.
He uncorks it and just starts drinking enough for a shot, and then puts the top back on and hands it back to Eugene. Thanks, I needed that.
Okay.
And I feel like off behind them, Splendor has wandered off with her new flask on her hip, still sipping at the other one that she'd started. And she's like standing at Calamity's shoulder, just watching absently as she rakes things off the shelves into the floor. Just watches them like shelf, floor, shelf, floor,
You
shelf.
watch Calamity pick up one of those like cardboard trays of snow cones that like you see people walk around with at like event stuff.
Oh, hey,
just
can I get one of those before you?
Flip
Oh,
it.
damn.
Calamity, you said you were looking for a door?
Yeah, I imagine she'd get bored after like a few minutes. She's had her petty revenge. He's not here to witness it.
Hey,
There's no point.
Hey, Calamity. Calamity. You're being quite a reblochon right now. That's a cheese. It's another cheese.
Oh!
It sounds like rebel at the front. It's the joke.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Okay, what are you doing?
Splendor wrinkles up her nose and makes a point to obnoxiously slurp her straw.
I'm gonna look around, see what's going on. And she's skittering about in the most unnatural way she can. She spent time with spiders. It's happening.
As you head towards the door, Stella goes, don't open that. Don't.
Oh no, not yet.
Okay.
Just seeing.
And you see her pull a small knife and she carves a symbol into the wall. As you all have just recently learned about the way the symbols work, you see that she's carving her own symbol into the wall. This symbol means that she has been here. And then she looks to you guys and goes, you know, it would be a good idea for you all to come up with a symbol for your group as well. So you could mark your path in case you fail and somebody comes behind you.
Splendor drinks her drink more loudly and makes like a very dramatic motion to go back to the shelf where she found it and put it back and clink around and look at some other stuff and basically not look at anybody.
Now,
Inconspicuously, of course, in the background.
we may want to wait on that as doing a count here. I think you're missing someone. But it's good to start thinking of like what you would want your symbol to include. It'd be an identification of you after all as a group.
Well, we aren't gonna fail, so it'd be nice to come up with one.
Even if you don't fail, it would be good to be able to follow your footprints and such.
For who?
I don't know. That sounds weird.
And to pull things in a entirely very different direction. Calamity?
Huh?
Why the poison?
It's for me. It's from Arachne. No, wait, it's...
Splendor looks over her shoulder, like with her hand paused on the shelf, looking at Calamity.
Now, when you say it's for you...
Mm-hmm.
You mean like you're expected to
I'm
drink
supposed
poison.
to drink it, yeah. Not right now. Not for a while.
Do you know what it does?
Does she?
Yeah, no, she was explicitly told it's a paralyzing
okay.
toxin
Yeah.
that will keep her still when Arachne goes to eat her.
Yeah. Nod.
Splendor is actually looking hard at Calamity now. You could probably feel her eyeballs.
Oh no.
The brows furrow.
Yep.
And Stella goes, okay,
Why?
well, when you see somebody who's close with Arachne get handed some poison,
and
you're
it's
working-
for me.
against Arachne's interests, it's a question that needs to be broached.
Right. No, this is like entirely unrelated to whatever this is. This is like it's a me and him thing. You wouldn't get. You'd have to know like how we talk. You don't get it. It's fine.
Why don't you explain it to us?
Well, this is just me spitballing here, but like,
I wasn't talking to you, Eugene.
Poison in any, I know, but poison in any context is usually bad. Like, poison means bad, and that was green, so green is bad. Green means bad. Green bad.
Eugene, seriously, did you get like hit in the head? Are you okay?
Honestly, I don't know.
Does he look okay?
Yeah, he looks fine.
Hey, Jasket.
Yes.
While everyone's conversing, Fog is going to walk up to the door and start scratching something into the door. And if you check character discussion, you will see in the bottom right-hand image of the image that I'm sending what he is scratching in.
Fear. Excitement. I love when Fog does things.
Fog?
Oh crap! What did you say it was? I missed it.
Character discussion.
It's
Hold
not
on,
sent
it's
in
taking
yet.
a second to load. I didn't realize my phone was going to be absolute shit when I said that, so I apologize.
No, that's okay.
It's Discord. It does that.
While we're waiting for that, can I run an insight check on Eugene? Just to see if he actually is okay. Alright, which one do I want? This one. Cool, that's
Yeah,
awful.
gee, Eugene, are you okay? You do seem a bit under the weather.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm fine.
Yeah?
Splendour's still looking at Calamity while she's trying to deflect to Eugene.
God damn it!
I mean, like, nothing more than, like, normal for the Revalia, but yeah.
Right, yeah.
I rolled an 8, but Gil is still squinting. See, like, is Eugene, like, sweating more than usual?
No. No, he's fine.
Sweaty boy.
Gil is gonna, like, get uncomfortably close and just stare at you.
What's up?
You're weird.
Yeah, well, I'm two people, so yeah.
Is that what's happening here?
Maybe.
You're just...
Gilbert, I'm going to be painfully honest with you. My brain, which is a splinter of Genesis's brain, may be unraveling as we speak. I don't know.
Oh, welcome to the party!
Yeah, that's a cause for alarm.
When you know how you just know things, and they're things that you don't talk about. I've learned a lot of those things recently. Things that feel weird to know. And, I just don't talk about them because that doesn't help us.
You're describing our entire experience in this place.
Yeah, so, cheese?
Yeah! Are we good
Exactly.
to go, by the way? Oh, hey! Ooh.
Okay, first of all, real cool. And also, what is around, like, the neck?
So I just unrelated to the D&D campaign because I just had a funny idea earlier. I recently bought a throw of a blanket and it looks like a fawn pelt. And it has these little white dots and it's brown. And I just I need a picture of Fog just curled up in this.
Oh.
But the thing to the bottom right is what Fog scratched into the door.
Interesting.
What's that, buddy?
She's absolutely taking the chance to pull this heat off of her.
Real quick. The character discussion is only able to be seen by our group. Is it okay if I fill this into the VC text so that anybody who's listening can still see this, so they can see what the image looks like?
Yeah, I just threw it in character discussion because brain be tired and dumb. To answer Calamity, there we go. Getting back into character, I could totally do this, guys. Fog will look to Calamity and say, Stella said a symbol.
Oh.
Did this.
Well, that's real creative. I think Stella maybe meant, like, the whole, like, little group thing, but I think it's very fun for you to have your own one, and I think we should keep it that, actually. I think it's fun. I think it's creative. I think it's a good exercise.
Yeah, so I was going to chime in with I did say for your group, but having an individual one also is not a bad plan. In fact, if you all make your own individual symbol, you could make your group symbol like a combination of them all.
Splendor throws her cup against the far wall.
Oh, that was a good throw.
Ella like looks over to Splendor and goes, "Is you okay?"
Everything's fine, and I know nothing. Do we need anything else in here? Are we going?
Are you sure? Because you threw.
I did. That's what I do, Eugene. I throw things. I hit things. It's what I'm good at. It's all I do.
What?
That's why I'm asking someone who makes decisions and does things
Well,
and explains things, or not. And she looks at Calamity.
it's not. It's not all you do. You climb real good. You run real good. You lift real good. I mean, if it's physical, you can basically do it.
Yep, that's
You
it.
also you look real good.
I mean, yeah.
Like
That is true.
that's not a romantic like
I
go
know.
at you. It's just fact.
It's fine. It's what I was made for.
Blink. Blink.
Yes, anyways, what do we need to be doing?
Yeah, Eugene specifically goes, really loud.
Hey, our entire we're all gonna get a drink and sit down and talk about this over a campfire. Not
You want to start
yet.
a fire in here and make a fondue pit?
Oh my god.
Thinking.
I don't think I want to
Thinking.
fondue that. That's a fondant.
Eugene, I swear I will knock you flat.
It will.
If we wanted a campfire, by the way, there is the camping room when we're done here.
Does it involve moving and doing something? Anything?
No, but it does involve rest, which I think you guys mentioned you needed.
Yes.
Don't need rest. Perfectly fine. Let's go.
Actually, that would be very nice. Thank you.
Nobody asked you, Eugene.
I was also in character, I do have to specify.
Oh yeah, me too.
I love the contrast. It's like, you guys need a rest, right? Gil, yes. Splendor, no, we're fine.
I wish for violence. With that, Dr. Stella just kind of like starts slowly nodding to herself and heading for the door. Well, okay, so just so you know, opening this door may upset the funhouse.
What does that mean?
Oh.
Upset it how? How do you upset a
So,
house?
like, to my knowledge, what it should do is it's just going to throw us out.
Can we get back in using the key?
Using the key, you can get back into this cheese room, yes.
Okay.
How do we?
Which, by the way, she offers out the cheese key to one of you.
The
I'll take
chi.
it.
The chi.
I will take the
Oh
key.
no, it's the queso.
Oh
Shaking my
no.
head.
I think Jim's gonna divorce me.
I'm putting this in my inventory. Where is it? Custom item?
Now,
Cheese key.
it should just kick us out, but if it doesn't, it's going to put us in the lobby, which might put us in direct danger. So be ready.
Oh, okay. Are you ready? Did anybody decide you have any qualities deserving of a name yet? She looks at the imp.
I forgot the imp was here.
When you look over to the imp, he has burrowed a hole into the wall as he's just shoving cheese into his horrible little mouth,
Hey, we could call him Cheese.
and like has climbed into the hole and then tried to turn around, but got stuck halfway through turning
You
around.
feel like a mistake. Do you like that? What do you think about that?
Feel like I'm the
You hear muffled noises because again, he was not able to complete the turnaround, so his
Yeah.
face is like buried into cheese, and you can just hear
Uh-huh.
muffled noises and then like soft munching sounds as
We're gonna
he's
put
trying
our
to
ear to
eat
the
a hole.
cheese wall instead of pulling him out. As if to try and hear it again.
What do you think about it? Give me a mm-hmm.
You hear
Okay, mistake it is then. Come on.
And then she's gonna yank him out.
there's like a screech as he's yanked out because he's bent in like a U shape with his head just stuffed into a wall. So you just yank him out of the U shape, which is not comfortable for him.
No.
And yeah, his face is just covered in cheese.
He's like holding him by the like horrible little like tail question mark whatever he is because he looks wrong already, right? So we're just holding him by his horrible little tail.
Alrighty, so we're going that way then?
Yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and open this door now. She opens the door and immediately everything gets wobbly, like vision, your equilibrium's thrown off, you feel like you're going to fall. Ugh. And then suddenly, just as you, like collectively, all of you are starting to feel like you might vomit just because of the way everything is assaulting your senses, it all stops and you're now back in the hostile hostel in front of the locked and closed door to the boring room.
Alright. It worked.
Well, that was interesting.
Splendor braces her hand on the wall, and once everything settles, she just sort of straightens up and like snaps the edge of her shirt and. All right, so now what?
So, we're gonna talk about what's going on in there.
Yeah, Calamity, I would really love to understand what's going on.
No, Splinter, hold on. So.
She glares at Eugene, but she does stop talking.
Yeah, okay, you can look at me like that if you want to. I'm just trying to, like, help a little bit. So, I understand that there are some tensions right now, because I can feel them. But we can't work together if Splinter is mad at Calamity for some reason.
I'm not mad at Calamity.
You're mad. Generally, you are mad.
I'm mad at you.
Okay, we can sit down and talk about it, but I'm going to need a softer approach for my brain.
I'd rather handle it fist to fist outside. Or, in lieu of not...
betting pools for that, if that's what we really want to do. We could get some really good tickets. I'm just putting it out there.
I mean, if that's what you think has to be done, then that's fine. But I don't fight people. So, if that's the only way that's going to make you understand that I don't have anything against you, then okay. But know that I don't want to.
Yeah, noted.
So, what? Is that the only way? You're not going to talk to me? I'm going to have to punch you in the face?
Well, considering it is what I'm good at, like I said before, I let my fists do the talking. But we have more important things to do right now, don't we?
Well, no. Like, we're the most important part of this group.
HECKNA is asleep. We have things that we need to do. Like now.
Yes.
We don't have time for this.
Listen.
I'm always listening, Eugene.
Well, listen better. Because
she, like, cranes her head back a little bit, like,
I'm just saying, we can't work together if one of us is angry at one of the others. I'm saying, let's sit down, over a rest, which we need, and talk this out.
Eugene, as much as I want to rest, trust me, we need to take advantage of HECKNA being a thing.
No, it's the thing has. No, they did not.
No.
Listen, I get the sense of urgency and everything. It wouldn't be a bad plan to rest anyways. I know the whole HECKNA's asleep thing, so it might feel like it's advantageous to go after what you need.
We were going to use...
He still has eyes, but...
And also, everyone the fuck else is also thinking the same thing, that this is the perfect time to be doing their own things as well. And a lot of that's just open attacking people. Because, there's the whole, like, we have to keep up the view for all the rubes, but with HECKNA not watching, there's plenty in this.
Do we know where the stick is?
No, you guys do not know where the stick is.
Didn't Stella say something that she like?
She said that if
she
it
knew.
hasn't, she said that if it hasn't been brought to HECKNA, that means that whoever has it probably isn't giving it to HECKNA. That's all she has said on the matter right now.
I mean, so if we didn't find it where it was likely to be, right? Like that's a true thing. Yes, 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 yes. Maybe, maybe, maybe.
Stella just nods.
Okay, so then it's not there. Somebody probably already has it. And it's not with him yet. The only two, you're right. Wait, no, she didn't hear that conversation about that before, did she?
She didn't, but we can just assume that like Calamity was caught up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So we can assume then whoever has it either isn't giving it or they are waiting until he wakes up. And if they were waiting until he wakes up, they would be making a whole big kerfuffle about them being the new taskmaster, whatever, right?
Are you sure about that? Because if I had something that gave me an edge, I certainly wouldn't announce it before I could actually make good on redeeming it.
To be
Have
fair,
you met revelers?
yeah,
I've met a few.
most of them aren't.
We're horrible.
Yeah.
The point is, we don't know anything, so that's just the assumption I'm making.
Right, no, that's definitely fair.
Well, Stella seems to think that it's in the hands of someone who's not giving it to HECKNA, so who wouldn't want to give it to HECKNA then? Is it anyone else that you know? Do you have any idea?
There's a surprising amount of groups that would prefer to keep it hidden from him.
You got any names for those groups?
I've got some idea of someone we might be able to ask who has a lot of connections that are generally underfoot and considered out of mind because they're not the largest or the smartest or remember the best, and we haven't spoken to them in a long time.
You talking about Stefano and Toymaker?
She nods.
Yeah, them.
You guys can visit them if you want.
Well, I mean, it's not terribly far from... Is it terribly far from here?
It is not terribly far.
I mean, it's not too far from here, and if we can't do anything else, then... I mean...
You might be boarded... They might be boarded up because of the whole sleeping.
Well, then I'll just take a look, and if I can't get in, then I'll come back.
No, you're not. You're not going somewhere by yourself. Not when it's like this.
Yeah, Stella nods to that and goes, that's a really fair point. It's dangerous to go out there, even in normal times.
Yeah, I mean, I'm used to danger. I'm used to fighting things.
Well, yes.
I'm used to getting around without getting in trouble or getting myself out of it. It's just... That's one of the few things that I feel like I can do right now, and I don't want to sit around any longer.
Well,
okay, how about this? Who needs to go Betty by? Sleepy times.
Eugene raises his hand.
Splendor just shuts her mouth.
I am completely tapped, but I don't want to waste this opportunity either.
If your group wants to rest, and you're feeling restless, Splendor, I'll go with you.
I mean, that's what I was saying. I say we get like a nice medium split. Let sleepy times happen. Because I'm pretty good myself, too. I don't want to go there.
I'm pretty sure if Eugene and I rest, it's going to be a full 8 hours.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You all rest, and when we get back, Splendor and Calamity can rest as they need. And
I mean, I've already had a quick rest. I'm feeling pretty fine, and it's just a walk.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the Revelia, but it's just a walk.
You see Gil, like, legitimately look irritated and it's not at anyone. It's not at Splendor or Calamity or anyone. It kind of seems like it's towards himself, like he's just pissed at himself.
And look, Calamity, I know you don't like the toy maker, and frankly, I may ask him things that you don't really want to or might not like to hear. So if you don't want to come, you can stay here and rest with them if you want. Or you can come with us. It's up to you.
I'll probably just cover my ears.
Pretty good at that, aren't you?
Oh, what are you sleepy times? Be honest now.
Fogg would shake his head. And say that he's fine.
Alrighty then. I think that pretty much solves itself. Do we want to get a room for everybody and then we all... Yeah, that makes sense, right? Is that what you guys want to do?
Eugene has once more stepped away for like 2 seconds.
Ella nods. And goes and retrieves the key. Because she did already pay for a room, but just didn't get a key, so... Stella brings back the axe and hands it to Gil.
I don't remember if I saw the axe key.
Sorry, I was gonna say when Stella goes down to get the key, Gil would have gone with her.
Okay.
Because I want to ask Ramona something, and I have a feeling I know where this is gonna go, but Gil doesn't care. Gil's gonna go up to Ramona and just kind of stand there until she notices.
Yeah, she's very attentive, so like she like looks up and goes, "Oh, hey, hi. It's
Hello.
Oh gosh, I forgot your name.
It doesn't matter.
I know your face. So did you need something?
Yeah. Is the sweet available?
No, sorry.
Do you know who's staying in it? You wrote it down, didn't you?
Well, I don't think I can tell you.
Oh, come on. We're friends, aren't we?
Oh.
Yeah, but like, it's dangerous for me to break the rules.
Oh, well, it's just me.
Gaslight.
And I'm not going to tell anyone.
Oh my god. Poor Ramona.
Can I like try to persuade her?
Yeah, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Oh, Jesus, I'm so scared. Oh, wonderful. Nat 1. Fuck me.
This is
Good job, Gil.
She like just stares at you for a bit and then like she looks through her notes before going, sorry, I don't know.
All right. I walk upstairs.
You are given the axe key, by the way, which is the key to the camp room.
Where is the sweet in relation to the camp room?
I think the camp room's on the first floor, and the sweet's on the second floor.
Oh, darn it.
I think. I don't know.
I want to know who's in there.
But it's going to take a lot for me to fucking get to where it's at.
Well, Gilby, you did have inspiration.
I did, but I don't care.
I mean, it seems like it's very in character for Gil to just kind of flub a social situation.
Yeah, his charisma doesn't make any sense. Just gonna be real. And the dice are accurate to his character, so...
No, the charisma is because he's an anime pretty boy.
No, sorry, the camping room is on the second floor. And it's... So, like, it's the second room on the right.
Gil has given you the axe, which is the key to the camping room. I also muted your headset.
And Fogg to come with if
Yeah.
they wanted to walk with Stella.
Yeah.
You have a little entourage.
Splendor looks just like her brows lower a little bit, like she's very slightly disgruntled that her one-person trip has gone to 2 to 3 to 4, but she does not say anything.
Okay.
Wait,
And
so it's just-
what? Yeah, it's
Wait,
just
it's
Eugene
just
and
you-
Gil. For the stun
Frozen
ability.
act.
Eugene, Gil, Olive, and May.
Oh, that's fair.
That is true.
Or wait, are we going to the camper room or are we going to the suite?
The camp room. The sweet
Okay.
sweet's taken.
Yeah. Gil handed the axe to Eugene, and then he is heading towards the sweet without saying anything. He's just going to it.
Gilbert.
Gil?
What? You can come if you want. I need to see something.
What are you needing to see?
He just waves his hand like aggressively behind him, like
Gilbert, hold on. He's gonna walk towards you.
Gil's not stopping.
You got long legs. Come on, man.
How long is this hallway?
Long
Not
enough,
long at
big boy.
Don't call me that. Also, did Splendor actually call Gil Gilby?
That was me out of character because she's
Okay,
not
I
there.
wanted-
She was, yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
No, I don't think she would even call him Gil. She'd probably just call him Gilbert because that's his actual name.
That's true.
You do reach the door, no problem.
I start aggressively knocking.
Gilbert, why? Gilbert, why? Stop for a
Eugene!
second.
Eugene, if I didn't answer you the first time, I'm probably not going to answer the other 5 times you ask me.
Why would you not answer? What are you doing?
I want to know who's in here.
We are men of the cloth, Gilbert. We share our secrets.
You are not in the same order as me. I am from an order of crusaders.
We crusade frequently. To the store.
Oh no! Oh, my brain actually. Wow.
He's a big boy, guys. He crusades the store with help. Are you proud of him?
I think Gil gives you a genuine look of like, oh no, just pity before aggressively knocking on the door again.
Can Gilbert just Gilbert? Can Eugene just like put his hand softly on Gilbert's hand? Just be like, "Come on, why are you doing this?" I can't say we, but why are you doing this?
Are there any posters in this hallway? Like, well, no,
Yes.
HECKNA's. What do the posters look like?
The posters look like they're napping.
I just want to see who's in here. All right.
Why though? You think
It's safe.
Well, yeah, but you think they took it from us because they know?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out.
Well, how are they? Are you just gonna walk up and ask them? Like, you think they're gonna tell you?
I mean, maybe.
Well, Gilbert,
How
I have a look.
How else do you want me to find out this information, huh?
Just don't mess with people who aren't messing with us.
The door finally opens.
Oh, what do I
you
see?
on the inside? A big black cloak covering the figure from head to toe. Like the cloak's hood is even pulled low, so you can't see the face.
Meep.
And they're about 6'8".
Oh. Oh, wow. Hello?
What do you want?
Nothing. We're fine. Have a good sleep.
I'm so sorry to bother you.
Yeah, we thought
But-
somebody else was in this room.
Eugene,
It's fine.
Eugene, you're not helping.
Gilbert, it's fine.
I can crash on my own, please stop.
No, look, we're in this plane together.
There's just silence from the hooded figure.
Who does this person look like? It's just a full cloak covering them.
There's a full cloak. You can't even see their hands in the cloak.
Hmm.
You're gonna hear Eugene's voice in your head, Gilbert.
Oh, God,
Gilbert, we should go. It's not Pillar, it's me, Eugene.
say that every time.
It's like saying hello.
It's you can respond to this message of this group. Fine.
Let's just leave and leave the big imposing person to their business. Okay?
Sure.
Good.
I'm going to cast Divine Sense.
Ooh.
So, I know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. And I know the type of whatever, if it is any of these. I love that image so much. It also sounds like the Hollow spell, too, but I don't remember offhand. I want to know what this dude is, or this person.
Give me just a moment.
That's a dangerous thing.
I need to look up something. Okay, what does it tell you about?
I know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. I know the type, whether it's celestial, fiend, undead, but not the identity of it. So I wouldn't know who it is. I just would know what it is if it's one of those types. Within the same radius, I also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated, as with the Hollow spell. But I don't know what the Hollow spell does. It does something.
Okay. It is not undead. Okay. I thought it might be, but it is not. So no, it doesn't ping any of those back.
Okay. Well, sorry to bother you, bye, and I walk away. In a fast jog.
Yeah, they both walk away.
Eugene, as Gil swiftly turns to walk away, the figure stares you down. You can feel its gaze on you. And very abruptly, it goes to move to shut the door. You watch its arm bend as if it's made of a noodle. The door. The pressure of it shutting the door makes the arm bend in the way that it showing that it has no rigidity to it.
Yeah.
Eugene, why are you making those sounds?
Yeah, Noodle Man! And the Eugene's gonna walk away. And then he's gonna turn and smack Gilbert on the shoulder and just be like, "What the hell, man? Seriously!"
Did you just slap me?
I hit you on the shoulder, yeah.
Gilt's gonna hit him on the shoulder back.
Eugene smacks him on the shoulder again. Look, we can do this all we want, but I need to know what's up with you right now.
What's up with me? You're the one having this weird panic attack.
Look, we can talk when we're in the camp room, okay?
Is this about Babs?
No, well, it's partially about Babs, yes, but...
No, it's about Babs.
Recently,
okay.
Can we just talk about it when we're by, a campfire or something? It feels weird to air my dirty laundry in the hall. Also, where the Noodle Man might hear us.
What are you talking about,
The Noodle Man in the suite! look, when you walked away, he closed the door, and his arm was a noodle, okay? I know what I saw, and it weren't good.
Okay.
So let's just get inside the room where it's relatively safe, and then we can talk about stuff, okay?
Well, now I'm even more curious.
Well, you'll find out when we're in the room. So yeah.
No, about the Noodle Man.
You're not going to see the Noodle Man. Dang it!
I was already curious about the Noodle Man, and then you told me he was a Noodle Man.
Well, hold on.
So he didn't show up on my radar. I don't know what a radar is. He didn't show up on my magical divine sensing.
I think the closest magical thing might be to say scrying.
I laughed too hard, and my rib. Ow.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Oh no.
We're no longer talking about the Noodle Man, okay? The Noodle Man does not exist. The Noodle Man was a figment of our imagination, okay?
I don't think he was, but all right, fine.
He just looks at Gilbert. We're not going to see the Noodle Man, okay? We don't talk about the Noodle Man. We don't think about the Noodle Man because the Noodle Man might be able to kill us.
Is this the Eldritch Spaghetti Monster?
It reminds me of what is that really bad movie, The Goodbye Man or something like that?
The Bye-Bye Man.
Bye-Bye Man.
Bye-Bye Man, yeah. That was really bad. It was a bad movie.
Oh, it was so good, though. So good it was bad.
Yeah,
Or so bad it was good.
I like bad movies.
I do, too.
Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to pull away from the game really quick. If you have not watched Willy's Wonderland, watch Willy's
it's
Wonderland.
so good.
It is fucking hilarious. It is a Nicolas Cage Five Nights at Freddy's.
It's beautiful. It's so wonderful.
What?
It's got Nicolas Cage in it. He literally does not say a word the whole movie.
Oh wow, so it's a good movie.
Yeah, so it's
Shut
really
the
good
fuck
one.
up.
No,
Don't
I
you talk
agree.
about Nicky Cage that way.
Nicolas Cage is really bad in most of the movies he does. But
I
anyways,
love that man. Anyway, Gilbert, we're not
it's
talking about
so
the Noodle Man.
fucking good. But yes.
All right, fine.
Look at me. Look at me. Did you see the Noodle Man? This is when you answer, what Noodle Man, Eugene?
Gil is like sucking his lips in, like he so badly wants to say, yes, the Noodle Man. I know. Just like,
Do you know the Noodle Man?
he probably actually makes like a tiny squeak in his throat, like he desperately wants to say yes, but he knows that you. Also, his eye is definitely darting back and forth because he's just looking at both of Eugene's eyes.
Both are focused on you right now, actually.
Interesting. I'm waiting for Genesis to just come out and just Eldritch blast me sometime.
Well, he got yelled at last time, so.
That is true.
We're not going to talk about the Noodle Man, okay? We're going to go and we're going to sit. We're going to have a nice rest. And I'm going to get my powers back. And then we're going to forget that happened, okay?
Yes. We're not going to talk about the Noodle Man.
Yeah, you don't talk about the Noodle Man to anybody else either. You don't go see the Noodle Man. You don't knock on the Noodle Man's door. We do not peruse the Noodle Man, all right?
You have something against, like, pasta?
No, but the Noodle Man is scary and he might kill you.
You don't know that.
Well, it could be. Look, listen to me, okay?
Eugene, you are 3 feet from me. You don't have to scream.
And he is chopping the door while he says this. I do not want to hear about the Noodle Man. The Noodle Man is maybe an enemy.
I have a question because if I remember correctly, this door actually takes like a strength thing to knock down.
The first time, yes. After that,
First time?
do it. Yeah.
I just wanted to see how easily Eugene knocked this down because that would change Gil's like perspective a little bit.
Swoley Bible?
We're gonna say that for story purposes, he's actually able to chop this down. He's a competent warrior.
He goes on crusades.
In the store.
Yeah. Not to get spaghetti, though.
What do we say when we talk about the Noodle Man? Not today or ever. We leave the Noodle Man alone.
I don't think that's how that adage goes, but okay.
So it's on this that we're going to pivot to our other group.
All right.
As you guys continue to talk about the
Thank
Noodle
you,
Man
God.
and how you're not going to talk about the Noodle Man.
we don't talk about
As
Fight
you
Club.
continue to talk about how you're not going to talk about the Noodle Man.
Gil definitely sketches him, by the way, and just slowly turns it around and shows it to Eugene.
Patrick screaming at cops.gif.
The rest of you,
Mhm.
you approach where the toy maker's booth is and see that it is currently empty with a "Be Back Soon" sign on it. However, it is at this point that I'm going to politely remind everyone that the toy maker's booth sits right in front of a large building, which is honestly in itself rare, that looks like a balloon.
Like an animal balloon or an air balloon?
Like a somebody blew up a big red balloon, laid it on its side, and where you'd blow the air into is where you enter into the building.
That is some hell architecture. Well, Splendour's gonna look around at the door. She can't read, y'all. So she's just gonna go up, try to peek in if there's windows, rap on it a little bit, and listen.
There's no door. It's just the entranceway is completely open.
Oh, okay. Well, she's
yeah.
she's gonna do the thing you do when you're standing in line at rides, like at Disney and stuff, and they've got it roped off, and just like lean against the rope, lean in as far as she can to see if she can see anything or anybody.
Yeah, so leaning there's not really anything to lean against, but leaning in.
Does it look kind of reminiscent of the toy maker's other space that we had gone to? Jeez. Where is everybody? Well, I guess if it was easy to find them, then it wouldn't be much protection. But she's just going to be like continually muttering to herself, basically ignoring everybody else.
So Calamity's actually probably like 3 feet back or whatever.
Yeah.
Just sort of sitting and waiting.
Stella very much so is of the same mind. They're staying back. They literally came along to ensure that Splendor was going to be safe.
Just a tag along.
Yeah. But Splendor, as you're in the entrance, like muttering to yourself, you do hear a voice further into the shop, going, "Is someone there?"
Yeah, up front. I was looking for Stefano or the toy maker.
Hold on, I can't hear you. Can you come back here?
She looks down at the rope.
No, there's no rope. There's literally nothing barring you from coming into here.
Oh, I got my wires crossed then. Because yeah, she was going to be hitting on the one that said "Be back soon."
Oh,
so, yeah.
Okay, in that area, then yes, there is nothing there. I thought you were in the. I was the one who got confused. I thought you were looking into the shop itself, of the souvenir shop.
Oh no! If the souvenir shop seems open, she's going to wander in there.
Yes, the souvenir shop is open.
Okay. Yeah, she's just gonna wander in, maybe take a peek back over her shoulder and see if anybody's following along with her.
Does it look like she wants anybody to? Has she signaled anybody over?
Well, she's not invited anybody. She's more just checking to see if anybody's gonna follow anyway.
Yeah, Stella's following at a far pace. Just because you're going into a building now, they just want to be able to keep an eye.
Mm-hmm.
And it's as you're going into the souvenir shop that you realize that it is. You don't know what material it's made out of. It's not made out of wood or stone or building material. It's some kind of weird stretchy material. It definitely looks like a balloon.
Like she's gonna like put her hand up against it and push a little bit, just curiously as she goes past.
it has some give, but it's tough.
Huh, weird.
As you come in and are able to now see the more inside of the shop, the red walls cast a faint red glow over everything here, as the light filters through the kind of plasticky, rubbery material. The shop itself is a bit of a mess. Dozens of shelves are set up in a zigzag formation, set at strange angles on the curved walls and precariously laden with paper masks, stuffed animals, and more. Behind a tall, scruffy counter covered in graffiti and with a pane of glass on the top so smudged with fingerprints as to practically be opaque, is a tall figure in a lavish, grubby cloak. The figure has a candy cane in one hand and a knife in the other, a red, tall hat on their head, and as they turn to face you, you see a grubby little hand poke out from the middle of their cloak, grab some chocolate from the top of the counter, and disappear back into the folds of the cloak itself. You hear, hello, and welcome to the... And then you hear another voice. Ah, goob noggins. We had agreed upon bonjour, not hello. You hear a third voice. No, you decided that. Pop, I liked sup peeps as the opener. The first voice, shh. Anyway, welcome to the souvenir shop. You hear now the second voice again. Do not, I repeat, do not purchase a stuffed animal. Don't you dare.
Is this the... Well, actually, and Splendor starts rifling around in her belts, and her hair is jingling, her favors are flapping a little bit. She's like, I actually have a prize ticket for a free one. Does that count?
You hear a collective, like, almost harmonizing 3 groans. And they just, like, stab the knife aggressively into the counter and go, yeah, fine, fucking bring it here.
Oh, the retail life. Well, I mean, you said buy. It's not technically buying. And so she, like, makes her way to the counter, sets out the ticket, like, sets it on the counter so they have to grab it.
So you set it on the counter and you, like, you watch as the mask... Hold on, actually, just so you can get a good visualization of this. So but the cloak is currently closed. You see the mask look down towards the thing, and then you see them shift a little bit, and you hear, ow, fine! And a little grubby hand juts out, grabs the ticket, and passes it upwards, and the hand that you see sticking out of the cloak normally grabs the ticket and looks it over. Okay, yeah, sure. Whatever. Pick one of our stuffed animals, our prized possessions, it's fine. You can have one, I guess. They're over there, and they point towards a cluster of stuffed animals.
All right. Say, I was also like she's half turned to look while she's looking at the stuffed animals, leaning on the counter a little bit. It's like, I was actually looking for the toy maker Stefano. You haven't seen him around, have you?
No, they haven't been around in a little bit. I think they're probably busy.
But yeah, because the whole you know.
The whole what?
Nap.
Who's napping?
Well, if you gotta ask, then I guess you just don't know.
You hear another voice lower down from the cloak go, no, who's napping? I gotta know!
Well, you guys ever look out a window?
You hear a small thud, and ow!
I'm sorry, you, tall gentleman, do you ever look out a window?
I haven't glanced outside in a little bit. What's going on?
Well, maybe take a peek.
Not right now. I have to stay behind my counter. I'm doing business.
That's true.
The voice down at the bottom goes, but I want to know now! And then you hear another thud and another, ow, stop! You're kicking me! And then another voice goes, I know, stop talking!
I love them. I will say, Calamity's probably followed Stella, but now that she knows where we're going, right? She's kind of like looking around. She's looking she's maybe gotten distracted from her original goal of trying to adhere to Splendor's wishes while still trying to be sane about it.
Yep.
Because now she's looking through the masks, right? Because she's missing one of hers.
Yeah.
And she will eventually, once she sees that Splendor's conversation has died down, all of that, she sort of skitters over. Hey guys!
Hello!
Do you guys know if I ever asked for like that second order of my HECKNA mask?
Maybe, possibly. The
Uh,
horrible doll mask stares blankly.
we have paper masks you can go check over there, and they gesture in a direction. I mean, you hear, no, they're over there now, we moved them! And like a little grubby
where
hand
did you
juts
move
out and
them?
points in a different direction.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Skitter, skitter, skitter.
What is Fog up to?
Fog's just kind of standing in the middle of the room watching Calamity look at masks.
Well, Splendor was just leaning against the counter, and then when Calamity came up to talk to them, she just kind of waited for a second, and then went off to go look at the stuffed animals and make her choice because she gets one for free. Picking out the various ones, with the assorted heads, wings, legs, because they're all a mess.
They're all amalgamations.
Yeah, and she looks at one, thinks for a bit, grabs it, and goes back to the counter. And she's just kind of got it balled up in her fist because she's, waiting for Calamity to finish her thing so she can let the candy corn kid or man know that she made her choice.
Okay. While over there, by the way, you could see that all these stuffed amalgamations have a price tag of 100 red tickets.
Wow. I can see that, but it means nothing to me.
Oh, that's fair, yeah. So Beep, over at the paper masks, you find that there's only HECKNA masks over there. You've seen these around before.
Yeah.
They change with the phase of the moon.
Mm.
And while wearing it, your voice sounds like HECKNA.
Oh, that's cool.
Calamity looks at it. She looks at her propensity to cause problems.
Come on, Calamity, live the dream.
I think she maybe just sort of casts a glance, probably impossible to tell unless if Stella understands Calamity's propensity to cause problems. I don't know how well they know each other. She sort of glances at Stella for a second, since Fog isn't going to stop her, probably.
Stella's currently looking at a box labeled "Grow Your Own Schnozzling Kit."
Oh no! How much are they?
A paper mask is 2 red tickets. So to go down the list, because you are in a shop, you can see these items that are displayed on the shelf. There's the paper masks for 2 red tickets, the stuffed amalgamations for 100 red tickets, and it's any variety. You can, if you can afford it, you can get pretty much any amalgamation here. Collectible quote unquote souvenir memorabilia, and these are literally just random weird items. Like notably, none of them seem to come from the Revelia itself, and they all depict very minor commemorations, such as like a politician's firing, or the birth of the village's 1000th baby. Then there's T-shirts, which is a red T-shirt that displays a sad clown under the words "I went to the Revelia and all I got was poisoned." Which are 4 red tickets. There's the Grow Your Own Schnozzling Kit, which is 8 red tickets. And there's the small Myrmidon and Snout toys, which are tiny toys of HECKNA's pets. So you can actually see what his 2 favorite pets look like.
Yeah, I think we're getting the mask. We're causing problems.
Okay.
Yes. I approve.
And then, Thunder, as you get to the counter, the mask turns to face you again and goes, "So, is that what you're getting?"
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. You have just the one, right?
Yep, just the one.
Guess you're all set then, if you really want to take it from us.
Yeah, but if I find anything good, maybe I can bring it back, fill up that empty space on the shelf.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, if you don't want it, I guess I'll just keep the other stuff too.
There's like a silence, and you can hear like a whining noise from further down in the cloak, and then another thud. Ow! Stop!
Oh, I want to do something really stupid. Calamity sees this. She sees that they're a little upset, right? So she's gonna.
So, Calamity, you're not very familiar with this person,
Right.
but you are you do know that they're upset. But you also know that the reason why the stuffed animal amalgamations are 100 red tickets is because they keep upping the cost because people keep buying them, and they don't want to give them away, but they're supposed to be trying to sell them.
Right. Oh. Well, it's fine because I also have a coupon. But here's what I'm about to do. So Calamity sees this. She looks between Splendor and this person that I'm adopting, like me.
Oh, by the way, their name is Magnanimo. Nanimo. God damn it. Magnanimo. Could not say that for a moment.
Yeah, so we're gonna pull out our coupon and we're gonna slide it over and we go, it's a gift for the coolest shopkeeper, and we're gonna look at them expectantly.
They pick up the coupon. This is the coupon for stuffed animal amalgamation, right?
Uh-huh.
They pick it up, they look it over and go, so you're not cashing this in, you're giving it to me?
Yeah! I mean, it's for you to pick out one for your very own self.
Your very own self.
The cloak collapses.
Yeah!
By collapses, I don't mean the cloak itself has been dropped. I mean, you just gave this to one of the three.
Splendor turns to look when she sees
so the lower parts of the totem pole have mutinied.
Yes! I think there's a pause. She's, hey, wait. And she's gonna lean over the counter.
It is
an
chaos.
idea.
Leaning over the counter, absolute chaos. You can see that they are a ball. It is almost a cartoonish amount of dust being kicked up because it is a dirt ground being kicked up into the air as these three children-like aberrations are wrestling and fighting and ripping this thing from each other's hands.
Guys, I have a solution.
Make me a persuasion check to even get them to hear you.
Oh no, I only have a +3. This is so sad.
I would say this piques Fogg's curiosity. He kind of wants to look over the counter.
No! You know what? Fuck you, I have 1 inspiration left.
Okay.
This is wonderful. This is a great use of inspiration.
I care. I don't care about anything else besides this. No!
Not much better. No, absolute chaos. You can see the one that you had originally passed it to has lost it. And now female one from the very bottom of the totem pole has it in her grubby little hands and she's trying to stuff it into her boot for protection. And the middle one has now wrestled into the boot and just pulled the boot off and pulled it away from her and is trying to shove it under his mask. You can see his chin's down as if his mouth is probably open. And it's just chaos, absolute chaos there.
Well, I tried.
Yep.
I was gonna say you guys could just get 3 for each of you, but
she puts her hands up and walks away.
Well, that was fun.
You can see Stella's at the counter. She's got one of the t-shirts in her hands, looking a little, looking around, going, "Are they busy?"
Yeah, I just put the tickets on the counter.
Yeah. She checks the price tag and puts them to the counter.
Hey, Calamity.
Huh?
Can I ask you something outside real quick?
Oh, well, okay.
Just Stella, if you would make sure they don't I'd really hate it if
Cannibalize
they
each other?
Yeah, because yeah.
Yeah, I'll make sure it doesn't get out of hand.
All right. And she glances at Fog, like not
Fog is
telling
just
him.
entertainingly watching this happen. He has no idea what to do, but he's just like he's come to accept this as normal.
That's great. Because like she wouldn't stop him if he followed, but she's not going to back him to follow either. So she's going to glance to Calamity and just kind of head outside.
Bounce, a bounce, a bounce, a bounce, a bounce.
Well, that was a bust, but I don't know. Maybe I can figure out some way to catch him later. I don't really. That's not what I was trying to. Listen, I know that I hate when people ask questions too, but I always feel like I gotta answer them, and you don't have to, but just life's hard in different ways for different people, and well, I don't understand a lot of what's happening here. I'm just doing what I can, or I'm trying to. I know you are too, because it's a lot to even keep yourself up, you know.
Hmm.
And she's like choosing her words carefully, and she's kind of wringing her hands, and the odd fabric and fluff of the stuffed animal she bought's kind of wringing between her fingers. It's like, I just want you to know that I don't understand everything, and I may never, but she juts her hand out and offers her the stuffed animal.
Oh.
It is a furry creature with long legs, 2 heads, and little cat faces.
And the cat faces are very familiar.
I don't understand, but I'd like to. I want to help in the way that I can help, because that's all I can do. If that's all right.
Let me roll something very quickly.
Yes, but to be very direct, Splendor is offering you a stuffed amalgamation of your dead pets.
Mm-hmm.
But like from a place of sincerity.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So,
sort
you
of
know.
That's
where we're at.
Like, she looks apologetic, if that means anything. Like, she's not saying it, because what can you say in the wake of that? But,
Right.
you know.
God, a Pinky plushie would have been funny. She would have just decked. She would have just decked Splendor, I'm gonna be honest.
Thrown hands immediately.
Listen, Splendor didn't do anything with Pinky, okay? But she did hurt the cat, and she feels bad about
Right.
that, but she also felt like she had to do it, so.
Right. So she's gonna. You can't tell much behind the mask besides, like, the eyes, but I think at this point you guys have learned the Calamity body language well enough. It's definitely like a. Okay. Alright. But she'll take it, and then she will reach up, because Splendor is very tall and Calamity is very not. And give, like, a little pat.
She almost flinches on the first one, but she stays still.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I get that. And she will maybe a bit too quickly hammer space that. They weren't always like that. I mean, I appreciate the intent. They used to be. You would have loved them. Oh, May would have loved them. They were these, like... I've heard that you guys call them cats. Like little house cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they'd have big wings. One of them had butterfly wings, and the other had feathers.
Sounds really pretty.
Yeah. But you had questions.
Yeah. What's with you and Arachne? For real.
Tilt. Thinks about it. Looks around. Does it look like anybody gives a shit what's going on here right now?
No.
No? Okay. And any posters nearby are sleeping?
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna blink, think about it, and then her tone gets softer. I know it's not gonna sound like it gets softer, but that's just the Calamity voice, baby. He's the only reason I'm alive. Really, if I think about it. Whenever I made my little oopsie, I insulted Heckna. I could have been given to Sophie for punishment.
She grimaces.
And what would have happened there is, they would have taken my wings.
Well, I mean, it seems like he already has.
Wins. But, Arachne knew me from before. I think it was whenever he was just starting to get big and there was this thing and he needed help and he was rounding up all of these people and I thought, I'd help because that's what I used to do. I used to run around helping people all the time. I know you guys do this thing where you're like taking down the big bad people. What I would do is I would run around and I would look for the people in need of help and I would get them out of situations. Or I'd make the joke. I'd turn it around, I'd keep up the performance and then I'd keep everything spinning, but in like a different way.
Oh. That, I guess they didn't really like that performance, did they?
No, but I could have been made into not me, but Arachne, he knew me and he, because I'm not quite mortal, but still of flesh, made of gods, right?
She furrows her brow a little bit, like she's following, maybe not entirely, but she's trying.
Yeah. Okay. Let me refresh. Imagine being able to eat what the gods eat. Wouldn't that be exciting for you? Like ambrosia or something else particularly special, divine?
I guess I just kind of take whatever they give me, so I'd never really thought about it, I guess.
Right. To Arachne, because of how he is, he has to do. He has a certain diet.
Her brows furrow a little bit deeper, but she nods.
I'm literally made by a god. Hand sculpted, handcrafted, and he wanted to save me because, well, I think maybe because I helped him once, but also because whenever everything goes bad for him, he wants me to be his last. So he has one good thing, for certain, before it all goes crumbling down.
Then he didn't really save you at all, did he?
The tenseness to the shoulders.
If you still lose, it's either losing now or losing later.
Which would you have taken?
Eugene'd probably be better for this. Because honestly, before all this, I probably would have just taken whatever I was given. I still do that when I think about it. Anyway, this is... Sorry, it's not... I'm not important in this. I just wanted to apologize, I guess. Make do. Because if there was... she kind of tips her head and gestures towards where the cat plush was, but I do what I feel like needs to be done. It's not always great, but it's the outcome. It's what I gotta do. And I don't like...
Sophie would have killed them anyways. She wants me to mess up. Because when I do, she gets these. And then her horrible wings twitch.
Yeah. People are always so greedy. What do I know? What do I know?
Apparently
Anyway,
more than the others. All things considered, you're practically, and I don't know whether this is an insult or a compliment, but you're practically a reveler already.
you think so?
Hmm.
Well, there's worse things than being able to blend in, I guess. But yeah. I just thank you for explaining to me, so I think I get it a little bit better now.
Alrighty, I mean, okay. If you have nothing else, everything's okay-ish.
Well, kind of. There's other things that I'd like to ask, but I don't want to corny you the whole time. Plus, I still got to deal with stupid. She looks off towards the hostel.
What did he do? Did this happen while I was away?
Yeah, something like that. He insulted me. He doesn't know that he
Aw.
insulted me because he's an idiot.
Yeah.
And I can't tell him because it makes me look like an idiot. So all I can do is win back my pride, and everything will be fine.
It seems to there's a computing, like a beep, 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 beep. Thinking, processing. Well, why can't you? Well, why does it think you look dumb?
She frowns and
Genuine
looks.
question. I don't.
She looks back at Calamity like she should know what it is for a second, then realizes who she's talking to. It's like, well, because it's something that I can't do. That was never a problem before, but here it's becoming increasingly more of a. It's stupid. It's pointless. It's ridiculous. If it's not physical, something that I can hit or break down or jump over, then what's the point anyway?
You're good at talking to people, better than most of the group. I'm gonna be honest. If anybody else had said to go on their own, I would have been hovering with them. Besides, maybe Fog. Fog would be fine.
Fog would definitely be fine.
I'm scared to leave Eugene and Gilbert by themselves. I'm terrified somebody's gonna knock on the door and try to talk to them.
Well, who's really going to be in trouble then? Them or the person who knocked?
Yes.
I'm used to fighting people in different ways. I guess. I don't think I'm good at words, but if I pass as good at words, then
I mean, at least here.
helps the image. I'm used to working with certain kinds of people, I guess.
Yeah, no, I mean, you, by comparison of a lot of people here, you are much quicker on the uptake of how to handle this place, yeah? And it took me millennium. Well, not millennium.
I mean,
She starts counting on her hands.
I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty sure I don't have that long to master things, so.
Probably not. I heard mortal lives are really short. Is that true? Is that a morbid question?
I mean, not really. People die every day. They either die a long time from now or a short time from now, and you never know when.
Nod. Usually sooner around here, but that's neither here nor there.
Calamity, I can't read.
Oh, well, I couldn't. Whenever I first got here, you'll learn. You pick it up.
I don't. I mean, I should. I don't want. That's not something that I need. I needed it once. I don't need it now.
Well, what do you need then?
We need some kind of edge, some kind of plan to do whatever it is we're doing. Do you remember a lot of the stuff that happened before us? Don't you? Do you know?
Twitch.
With all that stuff, is there anything that we can do or we should avoid? Maybe it's got a castle around. Maybe a conversation for a different space, but
Probably. But there's usually a laundry list of things to not do here.
I mean, I gathered that much, but a lot of that feels like second nature.
Question: is there anything immediately to mind for Calamity?
Nothing that you guys haven't already like seen and addressed and such.
Yeah. Yeah, she just sort of gives a shrug.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. The rubes that I help usually, they either end up dissolving into the Revelia. They find their spots. Like Frederick, oh, he's great. You should meet him at some point. But, or they, they're gone. And then it's just sort of that.
Right. Kind of hoping to avoid that second part. But I mean, if I can get everybody else on their way in the meantime, then that's nothing. It's whatever. It's like they don't belong here. Look at Eugene and Gilbert. They wouldn't last a day on their own.
For wildly different reasons.
I don't know how different. Yeah, anyway, thanks for talking to me. I'll try not to bother you too much, but
I'm here to help.
Just as Calamity says that, you hear from the shop going, "Hey, coming out." In case you're still talking. And Stella comes out, and you can see she now has a bag. It looks like she had decided to purchase even more stuff.
Ooh, what'd you get? What'd you get?
Well, I felt bad just getting myself a shirt, so I got everybody something.
Oh, that's so nice. Is there even like one that's in Fog size? Fog, can you? I kind of want to see Fog in a shirt.
I didn't get everybody's shirts. There was not a shirt that would fit Fog. Less the problem of like not being wide enough, more of getting them over the horns.
Right. Do you think we could maybe like? Do you think it wouldn't stretch?
I don't know that there's any cloth anywhere that can stretch that far.
You haven't tried spandex.
I tried looking for button-ups, but there was no button-ups.
Oh, dang. We'll get you next time, Fog, alright?
But, no, instead I got this for Fog, and I reach into the bag, and Fog, you get a trinket item.
Oh.
That is, it's essentially wind chimes for your horns.
I love it. His stealth is completely shot, but I love it.
Does he need stealth, really? Horrible little thing just runs up.
You don't need stealth when you can run faster.
That is fair.
Horrifying.
Calamity, you're handed a little fez.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know those clip-in hats?
Mm-hmm.
It's that, but like shaped like a fez.
You don't need help, and you're a fucking machine.
I'm gonna have to upgrade Fog's image now.
And Splendor, you're handed a little like it looks like a wooden bead. With a triangle and then a circle around that triangle, and then a circle around that circle, and then lines coming off of the outermost circle.
Huh.
I
How big is
actually
the bead?
fairly large. I've literally just given you a necklace I have. So I'll just take a picture of this necklace and send it. Except for the bead, there's no necklace part for this bead. It's just the wooden bead.
Huh. Thank you.
Calamity puts the fez on Fog.
She twists the little bead around and takes a look at it, and then she starts pulling at the long braids on either side of her face to find one with empty space, because of course she's got all the different rings and stuff already in it.
Mhm.
With the buttons that May gave her and the keys and now this bead and stuff, it's looking less like a collection of jewelry and more like a mishmash of things.
Alrighty, is everybody okay then?
Yeah, I'm ready to get back.
Yeah, we should probably make sure they're not.
Having social interactions?
I mean, hopefully they're unconscious. That was the
Yeah,
plan.
I really hope they didn't just go knocking on random doors.
Oh my
Gosh,
god.
even they're not that stupid.
No, I mean, well, no, they wouldn't be that dumb.
Before we go to walk away, Calamity Calamity. Wow, sorry about that. Fog.
Mm-hmm.
Fog is going to nudge the chimes at Calamity and gesture to his antlers.
Okay. So here's how we're doing this. One, for like time's sake, and two, for the bit. Calamity has clambered up onto Fog like a horse. And as they are walking, Calamity is braiding these chimes into the antlers.
Love that.
Love it.
For the journey back, we're gonna take our 10-minute break.
Okay.
Okay.
I need to take meds.
Yeah, everybody take your meds, drink your water, eat food, do what you need to do, use the bathroom.
All right, I'm gonna throw us to the Be Right Back screen, and we will.
Yep.
Guess what? Be right back. Before we go though, churroso, sausage man. Thank you for the follow. I don't, or sausage person. I don't know. You may not use male pronouns. I don't know.
Also, before we go real quick, I did want to apologize to the listeners because Jim had been stepping away to help with dinner intermittently, and I kept hearing myself on his headset and could not speak because I kept hearing my voice reflected, so I was muting his headset, which apparently stopped it for the entire stream. So those dead spots were my fault, and again, I apologize.
No, it's okay. I'll just throw something really stupid in there, like a fart noise or something.
I knew you were going to say fart noises!
Fart with reverb.
No.
No, it's okay. We'll just blame Jim anyways.
Just to scare y'all who listen to this at work. Like, you're just gonna be walking around listening to us bullshit, cleaning, and all of a sudden the audio cut out, just a giant reverb fart noise from me to you.
Bass boosted flatus.
Bass boosted fart. All right.
Okay. I'll be right back. I need to use the bathroom.
Say Beefus, he says something worse.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time for HECKNA. Hello. Greetings. It is me, Jim. Welcome back
Hello.
from break. Welcome. What are we doing, Jet? Do we cut back to me and Broski yet?
Yes.
What are we like?
Back
What?
to Eugene and Gilbert. You guys had gotten into the camping room. You've gotten set up. Was there any conversation, like specific conversations you want to touch on with it when it's just you two, or do we want to skip along to when the rest of the party gets back?
There is one thing I wanted to do, yes.
Okay.
So after being set up, Gilbert, Eugene just kind of like, what's Gilbert doing at present? Tell me what he's doing.
He has a notebook out, and he is writing and or drawing. You don't know.
Eugene just kind of steps up and steps a little bit closer. Steps a little bit closer. Steps a little bit closer. Looks. Steps a little bit closer. So, what you doing?
Thought you didn't want me to talk about it.
No, not the are you drawing the Noodle Man?
Gil turns it around and shows him, and it's a really, really bad drawing of like a dude with a cape with like a weird noodle. And it's not even like a round noodle, it's like a flat noodle just coming out of the arm. Gil's not an artist, but he's grinning.
All right, listen. Maybe we look besides the Noodle Man, okay? I have been feeling a tad different, okay? And I kind of wanted to talk to you about it, but I wasn't sure. There's also another thing I wanted to talk about, but I also wanted to talk about this thing, which I'm going to talk about now, okay? Can I sit next to you?
Eugene?
Yeah.
Take a breath.
I don't breathe sometimes. I've noticed that.
Oh, okay. Can you relax? Is that something you do?
I can make myself breathe.
Just sit down.
Cool, okay.
Have we started this fire yet?
Eugene just shoots a firebolt into some wood.
God, Jesus! All right, man.
So, I have a date with a gnoll.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm terrified.
Okay.
What were you're married?
Yes, we've been over this.
What was that like?
What was it like being married?
Well, I mean, being married. I shouldn't say was like. What's that like? Being married. Like how did it start?
Oh, wow.
Just some insight, because I mean, obviously, if you have a stable marriage, you're better at this than me.
You see Gil's eye, like, he's looking up, but his eye is going back and forth rapidly, like he's thinking a mile a minute. It's a little, how do I was kind of charged with protecting them. So it's kind of,
Oh, it's like one of those stories. It's like that you read the story they sell in the bookshops, with like the nice looking knights on the front. It's like that.
Eugene.
What?
I think we're gonna have a few more conversations.
You literally described a cover. Oh, look, I read the back of it, okay? I didn't read the entire thing, because Uncle Cedric was, or I guess my dad, well, that feels weird to say. My dad was with me, and...
I kind of wish you would have read it, because then you may not be asking me this stuff, because...
Oh, well, no, I know. I mean, I know how stuff works. He gave me the talk, but, like, I don't know how to get there. Because you just don't walk up to somebody and you ask them, like,
Is that Is that where this is going? Because I really don't wanna.
Well, no, I'm not asking you. I'm not going to do that with Babs. But what I'm asking is
Okay, because I couldn't really help you out there
well, no,
anyway.
obviously our physiological differences. I mean, not that I've thought about it, but I mean,
Has Eugene thought about it?
maybe a little. Maybe he's like, that wouldn't work. Like, because maybe he thought about, maybe like, well, what if this is what I'm supposed to do? But anyway, he says, I mean, I just, somebody with a little bit more experience, because Splinter doesn't seem like the type to, romantic stuff, and Calamity is Calamity, and Mayworth is Mayworth, and Fog is a monster. I like him, but Fog is a monster, and I don't know. You're the only other human. Like, I'm not a human, but we're close, So, I'm made of human DNA, but like, I've learned a lot, okay? I feel like I can relate to you because we're both human males that are, we experience, and we're from we worship the same God, and help, please. Help. Me.
I mean, do you like her?
Who, Babs? I barely know her. She's giant and smells like meat.
Okay. Do you think you could like her?
No. I mean, she's
then why
probably...
Are you...
Well, because
why are you going on this date then?
I just don't want to... Because, like, she helped Olive, and I feel like I could at least, at least say, hey, thanks for thinking I'm attractive, but, like, I don't see this working. That's what I was going to say.
So instead you're going to get her hopes up.
No, I'm just going to say, hey, thanks for, like, helping my friend. And also, like, we can sit and talk and stuff, and like maybe she's somebody to talk to. But like, I don't.
Eugene, I don't think she just wants to talk with you. I'm going to be straightforward.
Don't say that to me. Do not.
You asked for my advice, right?
Well, but do you think it's really gonna like? Did you get those vibes? Because honestly, I was scared.
That woman wants to fuck you. I'm sorry.
Why do we have to say it in such terms?
You came to me, man. You
asked but I mean, like, even the paladins, they don't refer to it as like. That sounds so carnal, and it's weird. That's just weird.
You're all right. We're definitely from very different. Anyway.
Well, no, because, like, okay, so, like, the Order of the Platinum Dawn, right?
Uh-huh.
We're very progressive for a paladin order. Because, most paladin orders are steeped in tradition and all this stuff. And, like, there's specific things you gotta follow. But Uncle Cedric, or my dad, he wasn't like that. He wanted a more freeform order, right? So he went and he formed the 13th Circle, which is his own. He doesn't report to any other paladins. It's his. And see, like, he was ejected from the 11th Circle a long time ago because he opened up a book that
Eugene,
what? Yeah.
What? You're saying a lot.
Well, what I'm saying is, I'm sorry, I ramble because I like to talk about him, but like, we don't like if I wanted to make love to a gnoll. I'm not saying that I do.
Grimaces. Gil grimaces when you say that.
I'm not saying that I do, but let's just say I did. It would not be frowned upon because that's happiness in Pelor. That's happiness. If it makes you happy, then that's good. And as long as you're not hurting anyone, it makes you happy. It's fine. So I'm sorry. If you experienced something that wasn't like that with your paladin order, because you're a good person and you should be happy, and I hope that you are.
I'm glad you had that. You had that from your entire childhood?
I mean, I don't remember very much of my childhood. It was like, when you wake up And like you have that memory where you just suddenly remember a thing.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that was. I don't remember a lot of stuff from when I was in the tube.
Yeah, saying it like that makes it really hard to...
Like, I really don't remember my mom or anything. I've only met her once, and she looked at me, weird.
Well, we have that in common. I don't remember my mother either.
Well, but, so, I don't remember a time when I wasn't taken care of. I think he did it because he thought he had to, because, you don't want to just leave a kid in the world. That's not what Pillar would want. That's not what my dad, that's still so weird. That's not what he wanted. So he took care of me, and he gave me the name Eugene. And, he didn't know, so he just gave me a last name. And he doesn't know. And honestly, I'm having a really hard time figuring out how I'm going to tell him that he's my dad. But, Dr. Stella put Genesis to sleep. So, like, I've been thinking a lot clearer than normal, and it's kind of weird to not hear the screaming. But that's not what I wanted to talk about. What I wanted to talk about was, I'm just sitting here thinking about the date and stuff, but also, I don't want to fight Splendor, but I might have to.
I mean, I don't think you want to.
I just...
And I say this respectfully, she will knock you out.
I don't know, Gilbert. I'm pretty good.
Have you seen... Okay.
Have you seen me? I mean, you want me to tell you something? Okay, I'm about to tell you something I never told anybody else. All right, you ready? You ready?
Gil starts rubbing his temples like, what was the start of this?
I am the only errant with night training. You know why? Because Uncle Cedric, because my dad didn't want to leave me alone in the world with no training, because they teach you the basic drills and stuff, but that style I use with 2 swords, that's his style. He invented that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm good at... There's one thing I can do, and it's hurt things, and I don't like that that's what I'm good at, but that's what I'm good at. I can sword really good.
So if you don't like fighting, why are you going to fight your friend?
Because that's what she wants, and that's the only way I'm going to get it through her shiny head that I care about her.
Oh boy.
And that I want to help her. Sometimes helping is a punch in the face.
I mean, I did slap you, I think, twice.
Yeah, that helped. So, I'm gonna do it to Splendor, but like with a sword, with the back of my sword.
Eugene, let's go back a few...
I'm just gonna bonk her. I mean, I'm not gonna do anything. Okay, what?
What did you want?
I don't remember, to be completely honest with you.
Can I co-opt the narrative a little bit at this point?
Yeah.
This is me asking Jask if it's good timing to have Calamity ominously chopping down the door saying, "Honey, I'm home."
Yeah, absolutely.
Which, let's be clear, that's what she does. She's still riding on fog. It is horrifying. It is a scene from The Shining. Except with a horrible doll mask.
Who's
so
Jack Nicholson?
Made even worse.
Who's Jack Nicholson? Is it Fog or Calamity?
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah, it's both. Hello? Actually, no, correction. It's Calamity's chopping at it. So you hear Calamity's horrible little high-pitched terror voice, and then you see Fog's horrible little face.
Oh, they're back.
Yeah.
Some of our gifts are for everybody.
Oh, God.
Splinter is just kind of like walking in the wake of Calamity and her grand entrance on Fog. And I'm guessing Stella is probably at her shoulder with her bag full of goodies, both of them looking very out of place in this little parade.
Yep. Once they're inside, the first thing that happens is Stella walks up to Eugene and Gilbert and goes, "I got you guys stuff. I was getting myself a shirt, and I felt bad that no one else get anything since we were at the souvenir shop.
Oh.
So here you go." And she takes out 2 small toys and passes them over to Gilbert. They look like Myrmidon and Snout. Now, I don't think Snout's been described to you guys yet, has he?
No.
But most of you already know Myrmidon from the description previously. Myrmidon is the antlion that was dancing in the cage.
Forgot I was muted.
Okay.
Snout is a, frankly, very apt name. Snout looks like a clown nose that woke up and chose violence that day and just kept going every day since. So if you look at VC text, there's a good image of Snout.
Yay!
Oh. Hello.
No joke, looks like a clown nose, chose violence.
Oh, well. Okay.
And both of them have a button, and Stella presses the button on Snout, and a little voice says, "Snout grew from HECKNA's nose." And she presses it again, and you hear, "Snout makes you see fun things."
Oh no!
Gil looks horrified.
And then for Eugene, it's another trinket item.
Yes.
This one, it looks like somebody who had 0 knowledge on blacksmithing tried to make a star. And like really just, boy, they tried.
Ew.
And then it looks like somebody else who has probably a better idea on how blacksmithing works took letter stamps and stamped the word or the words "you tried" into the star.
You know, this feels oddly apt.
So,
Thank you.
if you check VC text,
Yes!
Oh my god.
Stick it right
Smug
next
cat
to
energies somewhere.
Just put it on your breastplate right next to your Son of Palor.
Oh.
You know what? I'm just gonna tuck this away. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Yeah, Gil tucks his into his pouch without saying a word.
As you go to tuck it into your pouch, you hear because you accidentally press one of the buttons, and you hear, "No one's actually crying in the ball pit."
Okay,
That's not
After-
ominous at all. It's fine.
okay. I was gonna say in
mean-
response to that, but considering he would have done this immediately, he just
Yeah.
throws it across the room. Like, as soon as it starts speaking, he doesn't even register what it says until after he's already thrown it.
Okay, so there is 2 toys. Which one do you throw?
Whichever
both.
one said that, or honestly,
Okay.
yeah, probably both.
Okay.
Probably
hold
What
on,
do I
there's
have to
both
roll
of
to
them.
catch it?
Uh,
What do I have to roll to
it's
catch
gonna
it?
Fetch with fog! Fetch with fog!
Oh my god!
I was about to say, as a
Hold on.
reflexive response to Gilbert throwing it, Fog would go and chase
Something
it.
that looks like
Oh,
a shiny red ball.
please.
Oh my god.
To add to this bit, if we're doing this,
Yeah.
we are completing the horse girl moment. We are steering Fog to help.
Okay. You are able to go and retrieve them. There's a small There's two toys. So there's the one that looks kind of like a large insect of some sort, and another one that looks like the nose with tentacles coming off of it.
Okay, Fogg's, you know that thing you see Labradors do where it's like they can't choose a thing? You're going to see him do that for a second and go for the red ball.
Okay. As you bite into the red ball, you hear, "Watch out for Snout's webs, or you'll be sorry."
This is beautiful.
Does he bring it back to Gil, though?
Yeah.
Oh no!
I was laughing.
Is this kind of their first one-on-one interaction?
Well, there's
I
a
mean,
calamity
Calamity
growth
writing.
at the top.
For everyone else, by the way, you do see, on top of taking out her new shirt, she also takes out a small box that says "Grow Your Own Schnozzling Kit" on it, and starts to open it.
Why?
Oh, look, it's a box.
It's in the box.
I don't know. Why doesn't somebody who can read tell me?
Why do you have a grow your own snozzling kit? She says this still on Fog, but she's like laid back at this point.
Yeah.
Like she's got her legs like hooked around the antlers so that she's just like a limp noodle.
Splendor takes half a step back, and she's now frowning at the box.
Well, because I wanted the schnozzling. It'd be much easier to study if I had a friendly one to look at.
Yeah, you
Oh.
want a box of dead ones?
No. Well, I mean, like, yes. That could still help, but like this will give me a live specimen that's not going to try to eat me.
Do you have to open it here?
Probably.
I mean, I don't have to if you don't want me to, but like the box is already opened. And looking inside, by the way, you see a tiny, like, these things are already very small, but this one's like shriveled looking and like decrepit. And you see her pull out like a little vial and a spoon that it comes with, and she pours some of the vial onto the spoon and like puts it to the thing's mouth, and you see it inflate a little bit.
Ugh.
Were those, by the way?
What?
How much were those?
8 red tickets.
If there's ever a lull in the conversation, I would like to catch Splendor. This is the other thing I wanted to do.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that now.
All right, Splendor. Eugene.
Catch these fists, Eugene.
Eugene walks up to you. Totally non-confrontationally.
Yeah, she is distracted by the schnozzling. She does register that he's walking towards her, and once he's a few feet away, she looks in his direction.
He just puts his hands behind his back. He says, "You won't come over here in the corner next to this tree with me just for a second?"
She's a few different emotions flicker across her face as he approaches. First, just the blank registration of someone's walking towards me, the click of realization that it's Eugene, and the bit of a frown when, oh, it's Eugene. As he says that, she takes a breath and exhales it in a little bit of a shudder, glances back at Stella, and just, with her mouth pressed in a thin line, just nods like, yeah, fine, okay.
Yeah, I just want to talk to you for a second. So they're going to walk over to the tree. Eugene is going to stand against the tree and kind of lean against it. And he's going to say, "Listen, I know, or I think, or I want to understand how you work. So, I think this is the best way to solve things. I don't want to hit you, but I know you want to hit me. And I'm not a stranger to hard stuff. So, we're about to lay down. We're about to take a rest. So I don't think this will matter very much. I'm gonna sit here, and you can kick my teeth in as much as you want. And when you're done, just let me know." And he's just gonna stand there.
As he was going to stand against the tree and he started talking, she started looking a little bit restless as he went on, like she was itching to move. But then he says that, and like the fists that are clenched at her side, she just kind of stills and just stares at him.
Oh, and
Like-
he won't come out or do anything. He's asleep right now, so you don't have to worry about getting hurt. I wouldn't let
I'm
him hurt you
not.
anyway.
Getting hurt is part of the job.
Still doesn't mean that I want you to.
So you're just gonna stand there.
And you can just
That's
wail into my soft body as much as you want.
that's not how this works.
Well, it is, because I'm not gonna hit you.
That's not how this works.
Well, it is now.
No.
Yeah.
You have to fight back. That's
No,
how
I
it
don't.
She is getting more frustrated as he just keeps politely turning her down. Like she's grasping at the air and she starts shifting from foot to foot.
Listen, I know you want to hit me, so just do it.
I really, really do. And you know
Okay.
what? You know what? You deserve it. But this is not how this works.
Would it make you feel better if I put my fists up like an old-timey fighting man?
What? No. Listen, I put on a show every day.
Yeah, okay. So what
This is not my feelings are not fake, Eugene.
Well, no, I know they're not, but this is the way you want this to go. So
No,
I'm
it's
gonna-
not.
Yeah, you want to hit me, so just hit me. I don't want to hit you. I don't want to do that. You have done nothing to me.
I want you to hit me.
I don't want to. That's a stupid thing to want. Because I
It's-
don't hurt my friends.
It doesn't matter if you hurt me. I want you to hit me. This is the only way that this works. You hit me, I hit you back.
Well, I'm not doing it.
Why?
Consider this an act of rebellion against your stupid feelings.
She huffs and stands up and just she's starting to heave her breath a little bit. And her eyes are flashing dangerously. She wants to hit him so badly.
No one is made to do something.
I am. So let me do it.
No, you're not.
Let me do the one thing
then
that I'm
do
good
it.
at doing to fix it.
Then hit me. I'm letting you. I am standing here letting you punch me.
I never asked for anything easy.
You may punch me. I give you full permission to knock my lights out.
I didn't ask for your permission. I'm doing this because I want to.
Okay, then do it.
She is still huffing and heaving, but for all of her bluff and bragging, she's still holding back.
May I talk?
You've done nothing but talk, so why don't you just keep doing it?
Okay, well, so look, I was actually made.
Yeah,
Okay?
we all saw that.
All right. And you know what I was made to do, Splendor? I was made to blow up. I was made to blow up and kill a bunch of people. But I decided that that's not what I'm made for. I decided that I'm made to protect people. The exact opposite thing that my mother wanted me to do. So I don't know who told you that you were made to hurt people, but you're not. You're made to do whatever you want. And if what you want is to hit me, if that's what you want, then do it. If it's not what you want, then don't do it. Because whoever told you that you're made to hurt people is not here right now and has no power over you. Just like my mom has no power over me. So, I don't understand why this is hard for you. Just do what you want. If you really want to punch me, then punch me. If you don't. Nobody's telling you that you have to. Nobody's making you. And frankly, if I had my way, nobody would make you ever again. Because nobody, and I mean this specifically, nobody is made to do anything.
Well, I am, and I do, and it's...
Why? Why? Who told you that?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does matter. Because I was told the same thing. I was told to blow up. And I'm not going to do that.
That's great for you. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and I want the same thing for you.
I am good at one thing. Let me be good at one
You're
thing.
good at a lot of things.
I'm good at one thing.
You're good at a lot of things.
And everything else doesn't matter.
I don't know who told you that, but that's wrong.
Maybe I told me that.
Well,
Okay?
maybe
that's fine.
Maybe it's not. Because I used to be exactly like you, okay?
You're nothing. Like
No,
me,
I
Gene.
know exactly how it is. Okay?
You don't.
Yeah, I do. Do you know how tough it is and how frustrating it is to try and do one thing for your entire life and fail because you're not even human?
I know what it's like to do what I do and never fail. Because if I do, it doesn't matter if I'm human or not, because I'm not, Eugene. As much as I try to look human and be human and act human, I am not. And it doesn't matter how hard I try or how many people I hit. I'm never going to be that.
Yeah, and that's okay.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
It's not what he wants.
Yeah,
it's not what they need.
It's okay to be yourself. I don't know why I have to tell you this.
You don't have to tell me anything. You just have to fight back.
Well,
and she throws a punch to try and bluff him and hit the tree next to his head.
Can I catch it and just hold her hand?
I don't know. Sounds gay.
Like-
Roll for it.
What would that be?
Like, can I ask a clarifying question?
Yeah.
Like, is he like just holding the fist like in his palm like a regular person? Or is he
He just like caught it and then did the like opened it up and laced fingers.
like what's happening here?
I mean, he caught the fist and he's holding it. You can't see what I'm doing, but he caught the fist. He's holding it.
No.
Let's get an athletics check.
Can I use one of my heroic moments, please?
You can, yes.
All right.
What is that opposing for me? Is it still athletics?
That's a 29.
So
Yeah, I don't think I can beat that.
yeah, I was going to say I don't think it's going to have it be athletics because you weren't. It's not like even like you were trying to hit him. You were trying to fake him out. So that
Yeah.
would just be a DC. It's not a opposed
Yeah.
roll. And I'm a 29 absolutely is going to beat the DC. So yeah, you grab her fist.
Do you hold her hand, Eugene?
I mean, he's holding a fist.
Okay. Well, Eugene, you are holding Splendour's left fist, and her arm is shaking with the pressure of trying to crush your hand into the tree behind you, honestly.
Yeah.
And do you look at her hand or take any notice of it?
I mean, he's looking at her.
I was going to say, the hand in your hand feels weird. She only has 3 fingers and a thumb. Her ring finger is missing. And as she stares Eugene in the eye and is glaring at him, there are little pricks of light in the corners of her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And she is not saying anything, but she's not following through. She's just staring him down.
Mm-hmm. 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 Eugene's gonna pull her into a hug.
Let me see, she does not like that, first off. I will say that she is extremely stiff when he goes to hug her, and she's going to try to like grapple and throw him to the side. Not quite immediately, but almost immediately.
What's that opposed?
I mean, it's just a grapple check, ain't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a grapple.
But
So
it's
gonna
opposed
be-
to athletics.
Yeah, that one will be opposed to athletics.
I'm going to use my other heroic moment for this.
Okay.
That's another 29.
Jeez.
You can't fight the love, Splendor!
I will.
I will use up all my shit for this!
Okay, well, she goes to punch Eugene and fails. And she glares at him. And she's getting frustrated. And the fire builds up again. And she goes to try and flip him when he grabs her. And she's still stuck.
Yeah, and he's just going to say, no one was made to hurt anyone else, Splendor. Nobody. I don't know who told you that you were, but they're wrong. And whatever they did to you was wrong. But from one weapon to another, it can get better. I mean that. And he's just going to let her go.
When Eugene grabbed her, she's still very stiff. She didn't relax at all, and when he let her go, she kind of stumbled back a little bit. The look that she gives him, still angry, still boring right through him, but the vengeful fire that she had before isn't there as much.
And he just smiles at her. You want to go sit down?
Don't touch me. Don't pretend that everything's okay.
It's not, but it will be. I'm going to make sure of that.
You can't win any fights by not fighting back, Eugene. She's gonna start to turn to go back.
You'd be surprised what I can do. And Eugene's just gonna go and sit.
Okay.
For a tonal shift, Calamity has resumed sitting upright. She is trying to teach Gilbert something. It started off being like something from the Revalia, you think? Maybe? But at this point, she has sort of gotten distracted by herself somehow. And she is now just playing a funky little beat on Fogg's skullhead. And she's having a good time with it.
First off, that is delightful. Second
Yeah.
off, is there any actual conversations we want before we move on to the next day?
No, I'm good. I'm not unsummoning Mistake yet. Just so
Okay.
that we're aware. He's going in timeout.
You should call him
Because that's what
Mister
he
for short.
deserves. It's gonna be Mistake for a while until somebody talks to Calamity about that.
I don't
Calamity
think
was-
anybody's going to.
Yeah.
I am
So-
curious. What's Eugene doing after all that?
He's just sitting, like, with his hands. Actually, he's probably sharpening his sword. He does that when he doesn't know what else to do.
Perfect. Gil's gonna go over to him and sit down.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna he's just gonna flop his body weight onto the ground. He wants you to know that he's there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna fiddle with his fingers for a minute,
Mm-hmm.
and then scratch his neck.
Mm-hmm.
All right, listen. You asked me for advice, right?
Yeah.
I'm not. It's awkward. I'm not good with romance and all that lovey stuff that you're asking about. Love is the one who broke me out of that, and he kind of got me out of my shell a little bit. So I don't really I don't know how to tell you how to have a date. But if you don't think that you're going to be interested in Babs, don't give her any ideas. Don't get her hopes up.
I didn't plan on it.
Then why are you going on a date with her?
Because I'm at least gonna tell her I'm not interested. I'm not just gonna like.
That's... And you know that she likes you.
Yeah, but just leaving is mean.
You could have declined the date, though.
It was at a time where we needed to leave, okay? I just said
So
yeah and left. And I'll
we
be like,
needed
look.
to-
And
we
I'll
needed
just.
to leave, and you asked her on a date.
No, she said, if something to the effect of, if you go on a date with me, she could stay here. And I was like, yeah, okay. And I'll go on that date. And then after the date, I'll be like, hey, listen, you're great, but you're a Noel and I'm a Eugene.
Okay.
You heard it here first. He's a Eugene.
He sure is. Okay. I don't know what... I mean... You said that Stella basically shut Genesis up, right? Like, he's not just...
I mean, for a little bit. He's like groggy, but he doesn't... He's in timeout now.
Do you think he'll still be in timeout by the time you go on this date?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I
Okay,
kind of...
well,
I want Genesis and Babs to click.
Oh my gosh.
alright. I don't know how much of this you can really adapt, but just be yourself, man.
Well, myself is...
I know, that's why I said, I don't know if you can adapt this. I'm bad at this. Alright?
It's okay. I mean, your significant other's with you for a reason, so I mean, you're not too bad at it.
I guess I'm not. I guess.
I mean, yeah, they stay with you, don't they? They're waiting for you to come back, so obviously, you're fine. I think you don't give yourself enough credit.
As you are saying that he's waiting for him to come back, you see him almost like his eye glazes over a little bit. Like he just goes to a different place and he looks down at the ring on his finger and he twists it. Yeah. Yeah, he's waiting for me.
Yeah. And my family's waiting for me. So, we're going to get out of here. I might get punched by Splendor. I don't know. But,
yeah, I saw that. That was rough, man.
It was what had to be done. So,
I think it could have gone better, but
I don't know. I didn't get hit. So, she might try to strangle me in my sleep or something. I don't know, but Genesis won't like that.
No. I don't think you will.
No.
But I also don't think she'll punch you in your sleep.
I mean, she might.
I don't think she will.
But yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's, you know, you ever broke a rock with like a pickaxe? That's what that conversation felt like. I think he kind of leans to Gilbert. I think well, she doesn't have all her fingers in on her hand, so I think she may have been in some. I mean, she wears a collar, which I wasn't gonna say anything, but I think whoever she talks about that she was with before, I think they hurt her real bad. And yeah, so.
I know I know you mean well. And I know a lot of people do like hugs. Some of us don't. You shouldn't force somebody to engage in any sort of physical contact unless they actually say that you can.
I mean, yeah, probably, but I just, felt like the right thing at the time.
Maybe. I mean, she didn't kill you, so that's a plus.
I'm really good at hugs, Gilbert.
Gil leans away a little bit.
Eugene,
Somehow sounded more ominous than it should have.
Eugene, please hug Heckna into submission. I'm begging you.
Oh, I will.
That's such a phrase.
Oh my god. This sounded like such a threat.
I mean, it probably is. It's Eugene.
It's like, I'm really good at hugs, Gilbert. It's like, Jesus. Yeah, Gil leans away from you as you say that.
Eugene looks a little sad. Like that's exactly what he was going to do, and then
Not good at the, and he's like moving his hands like it's supposed to represent something, but it's just kind of him flailing. I'm not good at people, really.
Well, neither am I, but I try.
I know.
That's all I am. Just, the personification of trying in, really hard times, and sometimes that's all you can do, and I mean, it's just what I do.
Okay, well, I don't think I'm going to be able to help you. I know you asked for advice. I don't really have advice for going on dates with people.
So did you guys just not date? Did you skip straight to the?
Well,
it doesn't have to be a story. I just want to know.
I was charged with protecting. I was charged with protecting him from a coup in his father's kingdom.
Oh, well.
And I was there for a few months.
Mm-hmm.
And we took a liking to each other.
So, forced dates. Because you gotta be there. It just turned into a date. You're sitting, eating a ham sandwich or something, and then all of a sudden he's there. It's like, oh, all right, well, it's a date now. That makes sense.
Yes, that's true, yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, I can't even tell the girl that I actually like that I like her, which is but...
I mean, it's kind of a hard thing to do.
Well, I mean, when you don't even know what you are, romance is kind of the last thing on your list. And now that I know, I probably could now, because, I'm not, huge into, oh no, I'm a bomb. But,
Maybe don't lead with that.
Yeah, what's up, Xana? I'm a bomb. You wanna go get a milkshake? Yeah, I know. I don't know. I know not to do that. I'm not dumb. But, it's not something I really thought about much. I mean, I did think about it, but, not... I was more concerned with, what I am and why I'm here, which, now that I know, is very bleak and depressing. And I just, I'm focusing on other stuff now, which is good. Getting out of here and helping you and Splendor and Calamity.
You first asked me about all this stuff when we were back at that little hot spring spa area, right?
Mm-hmm.
You asked me and you were looking You were looking at someone, weren't you?
Well, I mean, they're all nice looking, but I mean, all of them kind of freak me out a little bit. And Xana,
I mean, rightfully so.
yeah, well, I mean, they're all like, nice looking people, but like, I don't know, they all seem to have their own things,
I think we all do.
So, at least with Xana, she's neurotic a little, but she's like, she's a magic. She studies.
So, are you asking for advice about her then?
Well, no, I was more asking advice about how to deal with the knoll. But I mean, if you got any advice for the other stuff,
I can't help you with the knoll, but like I said, just try to be yourself. And I know that it might seem a little weird for you, but you kind of already have your own thing going, with or without Genesis.
well,
So,
but see, I've come to understand I am a splinter of Genesis's personality created by the love and support of my dad. So, like, I wouldn't exist without
that's
him.
you, though.
Well, yeah, but I'm still Genesis. Like, that's what we are. We are. I am him. He is me. We are one.
Okay.
We are legion, for we are many. Because there's like 1,000 of us.
Yeah, that's a little bit out of my wheelhouse, man. I don't have training for this.
Well, no, neither do I. But we should probably lay down. It's like we got stuff to do and things.
Yeah, I feel like I've been hitting my head against a brick wall.
I almost got punched.
I know.
Yeah. So I'm gonna finish doing this, and I'm gonna hit the old sack. As they say.
Gil stands up and he stops for a second and then just gives a quick little like rustle to Eugene's hair before walking away.
Hey man, we're equals. Yeah. Just because you're taller than me doesn't mean you can treat me like yonder squire, even though technically it's what I am. But like paladins.
Gil
Hey.
turns around and he just taps the symbol of Palor.
Okay, now that is okay. True, but also I thought we had a thing, man.
He doesn't say anything. He just keeps walking.
Okay, whatever. Just
Curled up.
sheath his sword and freaking go over to his cot or fucking pile of blankets or whatever he has.
I'm sleeping right next to the fire.
Go sleep on the horn pile.
Joe. You are targeting very specific people here, and we all feel
makes
called out.
It makes sense because it's it's clowns. Honk honk.
I mean,
Your jokes are bad. You should feel bad.
well,
Yeah, after her little thing with Eugene, like Splendor didn't go off to the other room because that would be actually admitting defeat. She did go off towards the direction of Stella and Calamity and Fog, but pointedly off to her own little corner. She's doing her own coping ritual, which is painstakingly taking out her braids and her stuff.
So, you guys do get your full rest, but we're doing dreams.
Yay!
Oh boy!
so we can do our long rest thing, right? We can reset everything.
You can go ahead and put in your long rest.
Oh, that's so
Originally,
fun.
I had longer dreams planned for each person. However, you guys chose 3.5 hours of conversation over
Listen, man.
other things of substance. That is not me shitting on you guys for that. I am super here for it. But I did want to be able to get to. I did want to be able to get to some other stuff before we ended. You guys were supposed to level up this session, by the way. Probably not going to happen.
Cool.
It's okay. We grew as
Fair.
people.
You grew as people. That's what's important.
Did we?
I
Why?
did not touch somebody when given the opportunity.
So
I think
instead,
that's growth.
I'm doing shorter dreams I've had loaded for a little bit. We're gonna start with And actually, if you guys don't mind, I might just keep one of yours dreams still somewhat of length. It just might get cut short. Calamity. You. First off, you do technically don't need to sleep, but you keep. We've always been doing the dream thing because we just assume Calamity's goofy like that. Are we going to continue doing that? Calamity's continuing to sleep, or are they going to meditate now that they're, got all their memories?
I think it's like a half and half. She tried it once. However, with how things are going, don't worry about that. I think she would go to sleep.
Okay. You dream of being stuck in a web. Just utterly still in inky darkness. There's no wind, nothing. You are just on a web. And then just a little bit before you wake up, you start to feel the web start to vibrate and move as if something else is moving on the web. And then you wake up.
Yay.
Blunder.
Uh-huh.
You are in some kind of fighting pit. You do not recognize the person you are against, but you recognize the person you're against. It's dream logic. And there is something deeply sad about the fact that you're forced to fight this person, that this fight has been set up.
Oof.
And you wake up
Luna.
as you land the finishing blow on the person, and you know that they are dead. And your hand hurts.
Whew.
Gilbert. Most of your dream is just a weirdly calm walk through the woods. However, as you arrive at whatever destination that your subconscious has decided, it is on fire. You see a large building, kind of blurry, but not. You know is supposed to be like subconscious, its home, but it is burning and far beyond rescue.
Oh boy.
And Eugene,
Yes.
in your dream, you are standing in a room that you vaguely recognize. You feel like you've spent time here, but you don't remember it much. You see different lab equipment and such all around.
Mm-hmm.
And not far from you, you see a very familiar shape. It is Cedric with his back to you.
Mm-hmm. Can I take a step towards my papa?
Okay. They don't seem to notice. Their back is still turned to you.
Okay, well, I'm gonna, like, tap him on the arm, I guess. Like, you walk up and be like, hey,
Okay.
it's me.
They turn around and their face is painted white. They've got big, cartoonishly like sized red circles around their eyes, and on their nose is a pulsating red squishy creature.
Mad anger. Mad anger rage.
You wake up probably earlier than anyone else, and Genesis is very awake now. And that is everybody's long rest.
Yeah. And
Yay.
Genesis is just gonna say, "Well, that looked like it sucked." And Eugene just kind of rolls his eyes, like the anger's still in his core.
Could I amend one thing to the dream?
Yeah.
I would say when Gil sees the house on fire, he will run into it.
Okay. That's probably what wakes you up then.
Yeah. I would say he wakes up also in like a jolt, sweating.
Yeah. You wake up, 3 points of fire damage.
Oof.
Oh shit.
Starting out good. Yikes. That's awesome though.
The slow, tired blink
Well,
shoots up.
Calamity, you have some cobwebs on your arms.
Oh, okay. We're not shaking them off, by the way.
Mhm.
I think we get up. You know, it's the slow blink, the register. Yeah, welcome to hell. Look at it. We're gonna slowly pick it off, and then, like a freak, we are putting it in our bag.
Okay. And Splendor, your knuckles are still a little bloody.
Oh, yeah. Splendor wakes up and she's sitting with her legs hanging over the edge of the bed or the cot or wherever she's rubbing her hand and just eyeing the marks.
What's Stella doing?
What is Stella doing? Did she stay with us? Did she,
She did
have an
stay with
awkward
you guys.
over
However,
with the trauma kids?
So she did stay with you guys. But when you all wake up, you can see that she's already packed up and left.
oh. Well, alright.
She left you a little note letting you know that Locke probably has some jobs for you guys to do if you're looking for something to do. And asking you all to keep safe.
Calamity, probably most used to the fucked up dreams at the Revalia, will read that partially out loud, partially as a distraction, mostly just to help the group know what's going on. Reads it out loud.
Sounds like we've got jobs to do then. Wonder if he's still asleep. Probably not.
Check the stars, because we're in the camping room, right?
Oh, you are in the camping room, yeah. So looking
Yeah.
up, you see a waxing moon.
Mm.
So what you know about the waxing moon is that the waxing and waning moons show that his mood is particularly capricious. Like, he's already a very ever-changing person and whimsical and capricious, right?
Yeah.
But during a waxing or waning moon means that one moment he could be just full of laughter and joy, and then literally at the drop of a hat, full of bitterness and like a very particular, very extra cruelty.
The wings twitch.
And people often use this mood because when he's in his ups, he's up.
Right.
So getting his favor during those times can be very good.
So you mean capricious in a good way?
Kinda, in a way that he will swing from one end to the other. Super hard, super easy.
Just gotta be careful.
Yep.
So do you guys want to head out, or do we need anything? Is everybody okay? Did you like it? I think the gifts were fun. Oh?
No, Eugene's just gonna look at Splendor, kind of just give her the like, How you doing? You know?
She's still just kind of looking at her hand, rubbing her knuckles. She hasn't looked up yet. Her hair's still a mess from sleeping. She hasn't gotten her rings or anything in yet.
Yeah, I think we're okay.
Alrighty. I'll go wait downstairs until you guys are ready to head out. I don't have much time to, I don't need much to. And then she just sort of waddles out.
Just while muttering to herself, I just take my time.
Yeah, she's like, to add on to it, because I realized I accidentally did this bit. Like the oh shucks little cartoon character that kicks at the dirt and is weirdly shy for no good reason.
Guess I gotta kick rocks. Oh jeez.
Yeah, it's that as she sees herself out. No good reason. Does not seem like she has any particular mood in mind. It's just calamity.
Yeah, well, Eugene's gonna just put his armor on, get his sword and shield strapped to him, get his pack, and be like, "All right, I'm ready to go. Whatever we need." Yay!
As Calamity goes to leave, Fog would get up and shake, and you'll hear the chiming of the bells or the chimes, and follow Calamity out.
Christmas has found us even here.
Oh no.
Looking at the time, I think actually this is where we're going to end.
Okay.
Because getting into anything further would mean going another hour or two.
All right.
Either it's a bad thing.
Well,
Oh, we can also get Lindsay in on the new stuff.
yeah. Yes.
First one to claim it, roll me a d20.
Me!
Oh.
I am rolling a physical d20. That is 11.
11? Okay. You guys can get a level up.
Oh shit! Ear. Oh, this is gonna be so good. Oh
God.
my god. Okay.
How do I do this?
All right.
I get fun stuff.
All right. Well, I'm gonna end the stream there. Chuck, why must you do this to me? I'm making those cost more points is what I'm doing. Because I thought I'd make them cost 1,000. That's a lot. No, I'm making them cost 5,000 or 6,000 this time. 1,000 for each push-up. There we go. Yes. Any hoodles. Thank you all for coming out. Be sure to look for the new stuff in the coming weeks. Like I said, I'm just gonna make it easier to support us if you want to. That way you don't have to go looking. Everything will be there on the link tree for you guys. The link to the YouTube, the link to the Twitch, the link to both our Patreons, the link to everything concerning us. If you want to do anything, if you want to watch any of our content, they will be there. And I'm gonna get that fixed up. That way, it's just super simple for you guys to watch and to give and whatever else you may want to do. But that's it for me, unless you guys have something you want to say before I end.
Good session. Good session. Lots of fun.
Yeah, good session.
I'm sorry,
it was
Jess, that
really
we.
enjoyable.
I'm sorry we
No.
didn't get to explore more, but gosh, it was fun.
Yeah, no, that's all that matters. All that matters is that you guys are enjoying yourselves, so it's really a non-problem for me.
I mean, really, Jaska's the one who wins because we're paying him to DM.
Right.
And
Which
then-
means I get to milk you guys more.
Yeah, we're paying him to DM, and then he gets to sit here and listen to us roleplay for 30 minutes.
I'm not gonna lie, at one point first off, 30 minutes is
Yeah, no.
literally for the last 3 hours and 40 minutes.
You know.
You still did the important job of setting the stage.
Literally, all there was Stella telling you guys about the cheese room a little bit, meeting the horrible gremlins that run the souvenir shop, and then the rest was you guys talking.
Them. I'm adopting them. I'm
I had
adopting
so many
them.
plans. I had so many plans. I wanted to go back to Cicero. Wanted to talk to him.
You know, you got a lot of plans. You could just add them to the list for next time.
Well, we can
Yeah,
do that with
I-
Mayworth.
Yeah, I've been doing that. Also, I think it's hilarious that finally on the episode that we have downtime, where I could actually have my conversation with May that I've been planning since the episode that we got Olive back, May isn't here.
You save it for next time. Be fine. It's cool. It
You got me
means,
rambling for who knows how long.
Riley, you did so much this time, and I'm so proud of you and appreciative, and I loved all that I saw. This just means that you have to suffer next time and do it again.
Great. I love playing awkward Gil and sucking at it. It's great.
Beware the noodle man. Goodbye, everybody. Say bye, guys.
Bye.